Kev?
I didn't know there were kangaroos in Africa. I need a picture.
Wait, no, get back in.
Hi, see all of life's big moments clearly. Get your eyes checked at Funk Optometry in downtown Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie today.
Those kangaroos are vicious.
Welcome back into the Funk Optometry pregame show. We are getting you set for game number 1 of our Colby Eagle basketball doubleheader tonight from the community building as the Lady Eagles take on the Goodland Cowgirls for a second time this season. As part of our pregame coverage, let's take a look at the standings in both the Great West Activities Conference and the Norton Substate. And Goodland and Colby are both a part of that substate as well. We'll start with the girls in the GWAC. Hugoton and Goodland stand atop the league with 2-0 league records. Those two teams play at the Max Jones Fieldhouse coming up on February 20th. Behind Hugoton and Goodland are Cimarron and Colby, both of whom are 1-1 in league play. Scott City is 1-2. They got their first league win Friday night, beating Ulysses. Holcomb is 0-1 in the league. Ulysses in last place at 0-2. In the GWAC boys race, Hugoton is the lone 2-0 team, and Holcomb is half a game behind along with Cimarron. Both of those teams are 1-0 in league play. Colby and Ulysses are both 1-1 in the league. Goodland and Scott City both searching for their first league victories. They are both 0-2. In the Norton Substate, we'll start on the girls' side, where, again, the race is very tight at the top. It's Phillipsburg at 13-1, leading 13-2 Goodland by half a game for that number 1 Substate seed. Not far behind are the 3 seed Hayes TMP at 12-3 and Norton at 12-4. There's a very clear chasm in terms of win-loss record between those 4 teams and the rest of the sub-state. Colby right now is 5th. The Lady Eagles would play Norton if indeed these standings were to hold in the first round of sub-state play. They sit 5th, but only half a game ahead of Russell in 6th. Russell is 7-7. Minneapolis at 7-8, only a game behind Colby in 7th place, and Beloit in last place. They are 2-7. In the boys sub-state, Hayes TMP beat Oakley last night, and as a result, they have gone up by half a game over Norton for the top seed. TMP 12-4, Norton 11-4. Minneapolis behind at 9-4, level in the loss column with both of those teams. Then you have a big pack between 4th and 7th. Phillipsburg right now with the edge at a 7-8 overall record. Then Russell at 6-8, and Colby and Goodland both at 6-9. So not much separating 4th and 7th right now in that sub-state. If the standings were to hold this way, Colby would play currently Minneapolis in round 1. Beloit in last place in the boys sub-state with a 4-8 record. We will take a break here on the Funk Optometry pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear what the coach of the Colby Lady Eagles, Tom Stevens, had to say after Friday night's loss to Hugoton. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
This one out, and it needs replaced. Who you gonna call?
Roof Masters!
Roof Masters Roofing in Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call
Roof Masters!
Optimize your yield with Case IH Axial Flow Combines at Colby Ag Center. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations put higher quality grain in the tank and more profits in your pocket. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Take control of your harvest and rethink your productivity. For more on Case IH Axial Flow Combines, visit Colby Ag Center, Oakley Ag Center, and Hoxie Implement today.
The Funk Optometry pregame show continues. I'm Dan Lucero, getting you set for girls basketball tonight from the community building as the Colby Lady Eagles take on the Goodland Cowgirls. The Lady Eagles lost both games they played last week. On Friday night, they took on unbeaten Hugoton on the road and succumbed by a 56-41 final score. After the game, I had a chance to speak with the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Tom Stevens, and get his perspective on how his team performed against the outstanding Hugoton Lady Eagles and what it meant for tonight's game against Goodland. Here are those comments from Tom Stevens.
Tom, a good first half. You did a lot of things really well in that first half. What were the things defensively? Hugoton made an adjustment defensively. What then did they do that made it harder on you to score the basketball in that second half?
We just didn't hit our shots. I thought we were a little impatient, and turnovers were not good. Even first half, I think we had 9, and second half we had a bunch of them. And we just weren't patient. We think that 3 passes we have to score, and instead of being patient, make them work defensively and reverse it a couple times. That wasn't in the cards for us today.
They're a really tough team to guard because they can score in a lot of different ways. What were the things you were trying to take away from them, and what adjustment did you see Hugoton make that you had maybe some trouble with on the defense?
They ran Mike and Hamlin at high post. She's a real good player. We allowed her to catch it in there, and she either passed it down to Beard or took it right to the rim, and our interior defense wasn't very good. And to top it off, coach's daughter just went in, then missed, got the rebound, and cleaned it up.
You've now had both games this week where you're right there at the half. You were tied on Tuesday night. You were down 2 here tonight. And then the second half, the third quarter in particular, kind of gets away from you a little bit. What does your team need to do better coming out of that locker room? Is it an energy or a focus thing, or is it just execution that needs to get better as you come out?
Our energy was good. They made an adjustment, and we didn't communicate and stop it. So it was kind of the same thing. The big girl inside, point blank. Norton is Tessa, and tonight it was Beard. And they went high-low, and it was by letting them get it high post, we struggled. Norton did the same thing. They got in their high post, and we got to do a better job of keeping them out of that.
Last thing for you, you've got Goodland Tuesday night, another good team, one you've seen already this year. What will be the messages you prepare to see the Cowgirls for the second time?
We can't let them score inside, and we can't let them get offensive rebounds. Good teams will convert those, and Hugoton did tonight, and Norton did the other night. And if we let Goodland offensive rebound, it'll be the same thing. So we have to be a better job there.
There you have it, a key to tonight's game from Tom Stevens speaking to me Friday night after the loss to Hugoton. Colby has to do a better job on the defensive glass, making sure not to give up second chance opportunities to the Cowgirls, who have the size to make life very difficult on the boards for Colby. When we come back, we'll introduce the starting lineups, and we'll get started with Game 1 of our Colby basketball doubleheader tonight. It's the Lady Eagles and the Cowgirls of Goodland from the community building when we return. Thanks for listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. You're tuned into the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents and Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster. Just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
Ladies, Colby Community College wants you to know that renewable energy companies are creating fast tracks for advancement to bring more women into the industry. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, wind and solar energy are 2 of the fastest growing fields. There's never been a better time to let CCC help you begin a new career. Online classes start every 8 weeks. Remember, big muscles are not required to work in renewable energy. Brains and work ethic are. Contact Colby Community College today or visit colbycc.edu.
The Start Something New sales event is in full swing at Colby Dodge. Why not start off the new year with a new vehicle? You can take advantage of 0% financing up to 60 months on select new Jeep models, plus no payments for 90 days. All the family in style with the new Chrysler Pacifica, and you will save big with employee pricing plus 0% for 60 months. Visit us in person at exit 53, I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
Jim's finally taking that safari he's always dreamed of, but against Agnes's advice, Jim didn't get his eyes checked at Funk Optometry before leaving. Let's check in.
On the left side, we have the majestic African
Zebras! I see them!
wildebeest. On the right,
It's an elephant! I thought their trunks would be bigger.
That is a hippo. They don't have...
I didn't know there were kangaroos in Africa. I need a picture.
Wait, no, get back in the...
Hi, see all of life's big moments clearly. Get your eyes checked at Funk Optometry in downtown Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie today.
Those kangaroos are vicious.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
For basketball at the Colby Community Building, Colby and Goodland in girls basketball action tonight. Here on 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ Colby. I'm Dan Lucero. Let's quickly set the starting lineups. For visiting Goodland in their little black jerseys, at the point, Michaela Bierman, a 5'5 senior. At the 2, Sydney Hahn, a 5'6 senior. At the 3, Alexa Weeder, a 5'10 sophomore. At the 4, Lindsay Cure, a 5'11 sophomore. And in the middle, Emily Ian, a 5'11 junior. For Colby, it's the same 5 as 15 the last 16 games for the Lady Eagles. At the point, Brooklyn Jones, a 5'7 junior. At the 2, Brianna Barnett, a 5'4 senior. At the 3, Mackenzie Dodson, a 5'7 senior. At the 4, McCurry, a 5'9 junior. And at the 5, Kennedy Stanley, a 5'9 senior. Colby in their home whites. Goodland coached by Bill Bierman. Colby by Tom Stevens. Goodland left to right. They inbound the ball. And we are underway from the community building. Matchup zone for Colby to start. Actually, they're going to play a little man, it looks like. The pull-up jumper from the right elbow by Hahn is partially blocked, but a foul is called on Brianna Barnett 10 seconds into the game, fouling a jump shooter. Barnett picks up the personal, and Sydney Hahn will shoot free throws. If Goodland has an Achilles heel, it's here. They are just a 47% foul shooting team on the year. First free throw try for Hahn, nothing but nylon. Hahn, for her part, 44%. As good a three-point shooting team as this is, don't be surprised if they outperform that free throw number tonight and moving forward. Hahn sinks her first 2 of the night, and Goodland has a 2-0 lead. Full court pressure from the Cowgirls. Dodson inbounding finds Curry right side of the backcourt. Being pressured by Hahn, puts it on the deck, still in the backcourt, passes ahead up the left side to Dodson, who crosses the midline. And Dodson has a break. Dodson down the lane, pulls up against 2 defenders, has a shot blocked from behind by the trailing defender, Weir. And then on the rebound, Michaela Bierman double team, and she traveled with the basketball. So Goodland turns it over. Colby gets it right back underneath. Dodson, instead of going hard to the basket, tried to stop and draw the defenders beyond her and have an easy little 3-footer, but didn't see the defender coming from behind to Alexa Weeder for the block. Colby inbounds, and now underneath it's Stanley. Her baby hook blocked in the paint by Cure. The rebound poked out of bounds in the far corner, and it will be Goodland ball. Last touch by Colby. Now the officials are conferring on this. And it will stay with the Cowgirls. 31 seconds into this game, 2-0 Goodland, and like we talked about on the pregame, the length of Goodland causing some problems. 2 blocked shots on Colby's first 2 attempts. Cowgirls in the front court, it's Weeder high left, guarded by Brooklyn Jones. Now right wing Bierman, lobbing into the post, over the top, has a catch, Lehman. Lehman is stripped to the basketball on the way up by Mackenzie Dodson, a steal. Good recovery by Dodson defensively to help out in the paint. Now Brooklyn Jones the other way, right to left for Colby. Top of the key pass for Emma Curry. Backdoor cut, Brooklyn Jones under the basket. Oh, long reverse lay with a right hand. Good. First 2 for Colby on a lovely high low to tie the score. Brooklyn Jones comes in averaging 16 points a game. That's her first 2. And the game is tied at 2. Weeder high left between the circles for Hahn. Right wing to Bierman. Bierman, one dribble with the left hand. Skip half left wing for Hahn, who fakes the break. Back between the circles for Weeder. He bounces it, right elbow for Lehman. Lehman across left for Hahn. Now short corner left, Bierman fakes the 10-footer and then traveled before she started her baseline drive. That's 3 turnovers for Goodland here in the opening quarter. 6:29 to play in the first. Score is tied 2-2. First one between these two teams was a 3-point game, 50-47, January 12th at the Max Jones Fieldhouse. Full court pressure in down to Jones, who curls on the reception and sprints up the right side into the front court, where the teams will play 5-on-5. Jones, one-on-one with Bierman, angles right, spins back, pass, top of the key for Stanley, who fakes the entry on the back cut and hands off to Dodson instead. Dodson chased by 2 defenders, stops in the wing, and she dragged her pivot foot. That's a travel on Colby, their first turnover. It is a a tight travel whistle tonight, but none of those travels are disputable. The whistle is quick. The same official calling the last two traveling violations. Entry pass from Hahn intended for Cure, deflected by Stanley. It's out of bounds, last touch by Stanley. Stanley wrestling underneath with Cure, able to front the sophomore post and bat the pass away. Weeder to trigger in, basket to her right, beats the corner for Cure. Now Bierman on the wing right. Long skip pass left corner for a long two from Lehman, and it's in and out. Offensive rebound to Cure, and she's fouled. Check that. That's Weeder heading to the free throw line for two. That foul on Kennedy Stanley. That's her first. Second team foul on Colby. Weeder, the best shooter on this Cowgirls team, 89% at the free throw line. 32 of 36 on her charities, averaging 17.5 points a game. Her first try here. Crawls over the front rim and drops. All the scoring so far for Goodland done at the free throw line with 5:54 to play and a stop and start first quarter. Second try for Weeder. That one in and out, and the rebound juggled around by a couple of players before Kennedy Stanley snares it for Colby. 3-2 Goodland back in front. Colby has not led yet. Jones dribbling with the right hand behind the volleyball line. Angles to her left, spins to the right, looking for a cutter, none available, finds Curry between the rings. Curry being pressured by Lehman, able to get it away to Stanley. Stanley across, high right for Barnett. Bierman all up in her short. Pass now between the circles for Jones. Now Stanley on the high post left side, facing away from the basket. Comes off a screen, couldn't slip through it. Swings the pass in the right corner. Barnett outside the arc, back to the cutter. Stanley down low right, bobbled the ball out of bounds. Turnover number 2 for Colby. Physical man-to-man defense from Goodland. That's how they play, and it is bothering Colby in the early stages and keeping them from being comfortable on the offensive end. Hahn off the screen, right wing for three for Goodland off the back rim, but the rebound all the way back out to the senior. And Goodland resets. Weeder tries a contested three from the left wing. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Lehman third chance, no. Rebound deflects to Weeder, who collides with a defender. Makes the shot, but wave it off. It's an offensive foul on Alexa Weeder. Kennedy Stanley drawing the charge. A fourth chance there, and already Tom Stevens, what he talked about after Friday night's game, his nightmare about this one starting to come true already, that Goodland is having their way on the offensive glass, but unable to score that time. A long lead pass ahead to Kennedy Stanley, who is fouled on her way up for a layup. Brooklyn Jones found Stanley running down the floor against the full court press, trying to beat the Goodland defenders down the court and showing her way to the free throw line for her efforts. Foul on Sydney Hahn. That's her first. Team foul number 2 on the Cowgirls. Kennedy Stanley to the stripe on the year, 83%. All 6 of her points Friday night at Hugoton came at the line, and she knocks home the first. First sub of the game for Goodland, Jaxie Mitchek, a 5'8 freshman, checks in, replacing Lindsay Cure. And Emma Lehman will go to the bench, replaced by her younger sister, Olivia Lehman, a 5'10 sophomore. One more free throw coming for Kennedy Stanley as Colby seeks the lead for the first time tonight. And Stanley goes 2 for 2 to put Colby on top 4-3 with 4:48 to play in the first quarter. Bierman in the front court, long pass out ahead. Weeder pulls up right baseline, 5-foot jumper switch. That lead for Colby was short-lived. Weeder with the first field goal of the night for Goodland. They lead 5-4. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Colby in the backcourt, Barnett, jump pass ahead, left for Jones. Jones, long diagonal to the right wing for Emma Curry. Curry down the lane, right-handed, teardrop floater, nothing but nylon. Emma Curry with her first 2. Colby regains the lead, 6-5, 4:18 to play in the first. Good patient press break that time from Colby and good vision from Jones to find Curry across the way. Michaela Bierman right wing as Colby shifts back to the matchup zone that they're familiar with playing. High post, Olivia Lehman left side. She's outside the arc looking to feed inside left, and a deflection out of bounds by Kennedy Stanley, poking the pass away from Mitchek. Weeder to inbound beneath the free throw line extended on the left sideline. It's in for Bierman on the wing, top of the key Mitchek. Right wing for Hahn. On with a long reversal left side, Mitchell, or rather Weeder off the screen for 3, left it short, and Stanley rises to rip down the rebound. Away to Jones, who sprints up the right side of the floor into the front court. Jones backing away from her defender, Michaela Bierman, all the way back behind the volleyball line as Colby sets up the offense. Left wing pass, Stanley outside the arc. Stanley comes back to Jones. Jones off of Stanley screen, crosses to the left hand, drives the lane, First shot from the left baseline, double team. She's blocked by Bierman, who has the rebound. Bierman the other way, long pass ahead. Weeder catches at a tough angle and was able to fling the ball off of Dodson, but before she did, Weeder stepped on the sideline, or the end line rather, so it's a turnover for Goodland. It's Colby ball. 3:22 to play in this first quarter, 6-5 Colby. Mackenzie Dodson inbounding, full court pressure, Colby running a play. We have a whistle and a holding foul called on Goodland before the inbound pass. That looks like Olivia Lehman, holding Kennedy Stanley, and that's what it was. First foul on Olivia Lehman. Another sub coming in for Goodland. It's Adelie Amthor, a 5'5" senior guard, checking in to replace Hahn. Bill Bierman will go 9 deep in his rotation. Tom Stevens may not make a sub at all. Two teams are different in that way for sure. Colby ball the other way with a 1-point lead. Brooklyn Jones, a behind-the-back dribble, backing up behind the top of the key, outside the arc. Can't shake Bierman. Buffing pass for Stanley. Stanley puts it on the floor, stops about 25 feet out between the circles, trying to create some space, and threw an elbow into Olivia Lehman, and is called for a foul, and that's 2 on Kennedy Stanley here in the first quarter. An offensive foul on Stanley. She was swinging the elbows, trying to create space. And that could be a problem for Colby, their starting center, and really their lone post presence with experience, dealing with some first quarter foul trouble. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, Goodland ball down a point, 6-5. Bierman on the right elbow, spins into a double team, hands off to Olivia Lehman, long jumper off the back rim, offensive rebound in the middle of Peyton to Weeder, head fake, drop step, ready, layup too strong, got her own rebound and sticks it back up on the third try. Goodland absolutely dominating the boards, and Alexa Weeder has 5 of Goodland's 7 points. They lead 7-6. Colby breaks the press with a long pass to Curry, who shoots a long 2 from the right elbow and knocks it down. And Curry with the mid-range to put Colby right back in front, 8-7. 2:20 left in the first. A lot of punching and counter-punching going on here between these two teams so far. Weeder skip pass right to left for Bierman on the wing. Bierman leaves it up top between the circles for Weeder. Lob to Olivia Lehman, right elbow, back outside for Weeder. Weeder dribbling into the corner, hassled by Barnett. Back to the wing for Bierman, who retreats with the dribble, swings it left side for Amthor. Amthor dribbles short corner left. Now back out to the wing, bounces for Bierman between the circles. On the high post, mid-check, Dodson face guarding her. Feet underneath on the back cut, wide open is Amthor. Low block right, and she lays it in. Good offensive set to get Adelie Amthor wide open for her first 2. And Goodland wants a timeout after that made basket. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with a minute 45 to play here in the first half. Goodland back in front, 9-8. We have already had 6 lead changes in this first quarter. The last one benefiting Goodland, Adelie Amthor, who averages less than 2 points a game, but has played in all 16 games now this year for the Cowgirls. With her first 2 to put Cowgirls back in front, 9-8. Kennedy Stanley playing with 2 fouls. She's going to stay on the floor for now, and I've mentioned it before. Tom Stevens trusts Kennedy Stanley, trusts her a great deal to be able to play with 2 fouls, but it does mean she can't be near as aggressive defensively and going for rebounds, and Colby's already having a rough time keeping Goodland off the offensive glass, and that was before Stanley picked up her second foul. How will Colby cope? Trick play on the inbound as Dodson flings it out ahead, and Brooklyn Jones is on the break, and Jones lays it in with the right hand. I'll try and describe what just happened there. Dodson was the inbounding passer and flipped it to Brianna Barnett, who was also standing out of bounds, and then Barnett inbounded to Dodson, who on the run threw it ahead to Jones for the layup. 10-9 Colby. And that caught the Goodland defense flat-footed. Goodland nearly turned it over. Bad pass from Weeder to the left sideline. And Caleb Bierman able to run it down. Minute 15 to play first quarter. Goodland working the ball around the perimeter. Colby keeping watch in the matchup zone. Right corner, Emma Lehman, who just checked back in. Top of the circle for Bierman. Bierman back to the right wing for Amthor, who thought about the 3. Puts it on the deck instead. Gives back to Bierman. Bierman driving on Barnett. Leads in with a runner over Stanley. Too strong off the glass. Stanley has the rebound off the deflection. Final 50 seconds of the first quarter. Goodland trailing. Colby with the ball on a 1-point lead. Leading the 7th-ranked team in Class 3A here at the community building. Jones, top of the key. Caps off a 3-pointer. In and out. Rebound uncontested. A cure underneath for Goodland. 37 seconds left in the first. Cure the trailer, top of the key, left wing pass for Weeder, who pump fakes on the triple. Swings it to Amthor up top, now Bierman right wing. Get pass back across to Weeder, who fakes the pass into the corner and swings it back to her right for Bierman. 20 seconds to play in the first. High post left, Emma Lehman. Lehman holding it above her head. Hands off, left wing to Bierman. Long pass across to Weeder with 12 seconds. Weeder on the drive. Pull up 8-foot jumper on the way. Off the heel now. Rebound deflects to Jones with 7 seconds. Jones flying up the right side. In traffic, dribbled it off of somebody's foot. A loose ball to Bierman. 2 seconds. One out ahead and running to full, unaware of the time left is Lindsay Cure. She does not get her layup away in time to beat the clock. And as a result, it's Colby with a 1-point lead after 1 quarter here in the community building. Colby 10, Goodland 9. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 to Rise.
Before Taco John's, what was Tuesday? I'll tell you, nothing. Non-existent. Nada. Nobody talked about Tuesday. Then Taco John's introduced the Tuesday to the taco. And booyah, Taco Tuesday was born. Taco Tuesday is so great, we even trademarked it. We literally own Taco Tuesday, the one day of the week when you get to own Taco John's classic crispy tacos for an insanely good price. It's the original Taco Tuesday, and there's only one place to find it. Taco John's. Unwrap the original.
Taco John's of Colby.
I'm Darrell Henry, your Colby Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride. Call me or stop by my office at 485 North Court for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Second quarter from the Colby Community Building. Girls basketball in the Great West Activities Conference. Colby 10, Goodland 9. And it's Colby starting with the basketball right to left as you listen. Kennedy Dodson trying to throw a pass down the middle of the floor to a cutting Kennedy Stanley. It was intercepted by Lindsay Cure of Goodland. Turnover number 5 for Colby. Each team now with 5 turnovers. Caleb Bierman, long pass in the left corner, open to Alexa Weeder for 3. Nothing but high loss. Alexa Weeder, a 44% three-point shooter, given far too much space there in the corner, and she gives Goodland the lead, 12-10. There's lead change number 8 already in this one. Another turnover in the backcourt. That pass by Dodson, told by Cure. Cure across the post, pass deflected. Away from Hahn by Dodson, saved by Stanley, back to Dodson. Super play, Colby the other way. Jones across the floor in the right corner for Curry. But Hahn got back to cover up Colby's three-point ace. And the Lady Eagles set things up in the half court. 12-10, Goodland, Colby with the basketball. Stanley between the rings. Back to Jones, right wing. Jones directing traffic, holds the ball above her head. Backdoor cut. It's Curry down the lane on the right, but she left her floater short. And a foul called on the rebound over the back on Mackenzie Dodson. Dodson's first, team foul number 4 on Colby. That's a good play, but Curry's got to get closer to the basket there. I think she was almost fading away as she tried a little right-handed flip, and she did not get it to fall. So Goodland the other way, and another three-pointer from Weeder on the right wing, and that one is nothing but net. Back-to-back threes for Alexa Weeder. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point lead for Goodland. Colby into the front court. They break the press. Dodson stops her dribble behind the volleyball line. Pass ahead to Stanley. Backwards to Jones behind that line again. Jones angling left against the 1-3-1 zone, and a 5-second violation is called on Brooklyn Jones. She just didn't do anything with the ball with Sydney Hahn right on her hip, and Tom Stevens wants a timeout on the Colby sideline. 6:15 to go in this first half, and Goodland with a pair of threes from Alexa Weeder to start the second quarter is after the largest lead of the game for either team. It's 15-10 in favor of the Cowgirls, thanks to this 6-0 run in the first minute and 45 seconds of the second quarter. I had mentioned at the top of the broadcast that Goodland was struggling from the three-point arc of late. They made just one three-pointer in their 49-31 win over Holcomb on Friday night, and that was a trend. They've only made one three-pointer, exactly one, in 3 of their last 4 games. That would have been wins over Lakin and Scottsdale. City on the road 2 weekends ago. But Alexa Weeder has certainly found her stroke. She is now to 40 made three-pointers this season. An outstanding player and all-tournament selection in the orange and black and at the topside tournament. And just a sophomore, special things to come for her, no question about it. After the Colby turnover, their sixth of the game, or their seventh of the game, I should say. It's Goodland ball coming out of the timeout with a 15-10 lead. It is with Sydney Hahn on the right wing out the foul line, and a pass inside to Lindsey Cure from Emma Lehman, and Cure with the steal lays it in with the right hand. Now an 8-0 run for Goodland. They lead 17-10. 5:50 to play first half. Colby just does break the Goodland press. Pass ahead. Jones fumbles the ball in the left corner, nearly fumbled it out of bounds. She's trapped in the corner and throws it off the thigh of Michaela Bierman out of bounds. The Goodland defense is swarming, and the Colby offense is at 6s and 7s. They are out of sorts. Mackenzie Dodson inbounds to Curry. Curry swooping into the paint, shoots an off-balance right-handed runner in the middle of the lane, off the heel, rebounded by Weeder. Cowgirls on the run, Bierman up the right side. Long lead pass ahead, down low right, it's Lehman. Stripped the ball all the way up, and Jones with the defensive play. And Jones the other way for Colby. Jones on the left wing, stops her dribble, double team, pass across, right wing for Dodson. And Dodson is hacked across the arm on a reach in by Alexa Weeder. Dodson just dribbling, and Weeder brought down the right arm right on Dodson's right arm. Foul on Weeder is her second, and team foul number 2 on Goodland. Colby's Kennedy Stanley is playing with 2 fouls. Alexa Weeder, at least for now, will not. She goes to the bench, replaced by Haley Bierman, a 5'4 freshman. Also checking in for Goodland, Olivia Lehman and Jaxie Mitchell. So it's those two, plus Hahn and both of the Biermans. The coach's daughters, Michaela the senior, Haley the freshman. Colby inbounding along the right sideline. Pass comes into Brooklyn Jones on the right wing. She passes over to Brianna Barnett, open in the right corner for 3, off the back rim. Weak side defensive rebound to Mitchell for Goodland. Colby one and done. 5:10 to play first half. Goodland on an 8-0 run to start this second quarter, leading 17-10. At the foul line, Michaela Bierman driving and now peeling off in the right corner, out to Hahn. Hahn into the paint, righty runner, off the glass, no. Offensive rebound, Mitchell, put back around the rim and in. Another second chance basket for Goodland. Jaxie Mitchell with her first 2 off the bench. It's a 10-0 run, 19-10 Cowgirls. 4:58 to play in this first half. Colby just does break the press. Barnett was indecisive, able to pass ahead to Dodson, who crossed the midline just in time. Jones between the circles. Colby scoreless now. Going on just about 4 minutes. It's Curry on the right wing up top for Stanley. Left wing to Jones. Jones reverses with the dribble. Now crosses back to the left hand. Stops on the left wing. Out to Dodson. High on the left. It's 1-3-1 pressure. It's very similar in how it extends to what Hugoton did to Colby. Now it's steal by Mitchell, deflecting the pass away from Barnett. Now ahead to Hahn, and Hahn lays it in on the breakaway. 12 straight points for Goodland in the first 4 minutes of this second quarter. They lead 21-10. Colby into the front court, a pass through the defense to Kennedy Stanley. Stanley nearly stripped from behind. It is a jump ball. It is Goodland ball. Bierman from behind got her palms on it as Kennedy Stanley caught the pass in the middle of the floor. Amthor checks in for Hahn as Goodland makes a sub. It is all Goodland right now. Colby can't even get a shot away. 12-0 Goodland run to start this second quarter. Haley Bierman left wing for Goodland. Into the post. Intended for Mitchell. Stanley got there first. That's the pass to Brooklyn Jones, a steal. Jones hurries into the front court. Stops her dribble high left. Skip pass Barnett. Touch pass out to Dodson. Right wing for 3. Off the back rim. Long rebound to Haley Bierman for Goodland. That's a good look for Mackenzie Dodson. Just a hair too strong. Amthor underneath Olivia Lehman. And Lehman fouled on the catch as Emma Curry hustled over to try and defend the wide open post. She fouls with the body. That's Curry's first. Team foul number 5 on Colby. Michaela Bierman inbounding underneath. Has the ball from the official. Stops it to set the play in motion. Surveying. And now lobs for Mitchell left wing. Mitchek into the paint. Little 5-foot runner. Off the back rim. Falls off the front rim. No. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Colby. Another second chance for Goodland. I can't remember a team thrashing Colby on the boards quite like this. Goodland makes a host of changes. Wheeler, Cure, and Emma Lehman back into the game as Olivia Lehman, Haley Bierman, and Mitchek go to the bench. 3:16 left in the first half, 21-10 Goodland. Wheeler triggers from underneath to the left of the basket, out to the wing for Michaela Bierman. Bierman back into the post for Wheeler, turn around 8-footer, off the heel, offensive rebound, Cure, and the putback with the left hand is good. 23-9 Goodland. It's 14 straight points. And how many of those 23 points are second chances for Goodland? Colby just does break the 10-second rule with Dodson passing to Barnett, left to right into the forecourt. Curry out on the wing strip, gets the ball back. Curry on the drive, down the right lane. Tough, balance runner on the baseline goes. Emma Curry with 6 to lead the way for Colby. Snaps a long scoreless drought and trims the deficit to 11, 23-12 the other way. Amthor hits a long 2 from the right corner. Quick fire release for Natalie Amthor out of the corner, restoring the 13-point advantage. 25-12 Goodland. 2:25 to play in the second. Colby in the front court. Stanley pass out of a double team to Barnett on the right wing. Now it's Curry with space. NBA range 3 from the right wing is a hair strong. Loose ball rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Stanley. It's Colby. Sydney Hahn checking in for Goodland. Hahn replaces Michaela Bierman. Goodland into the front court with a 13-point lead. Emma Lehman out on the left wing. Lobbing into the post. Cure catches over the shoulder. Missed the lefty layup and then fouled Emma Curry on the rebound. Frustration foul there from Cure, who caught the lob over the top of Kennedy Stanley, had a free pass to the basket, but just didn't get it off the square cleanly. And then Cure commits her first foul, team foul number 5 on Goodland. Minute 58 to play in the first half. Colby down by 13. They need a spark here late in this first half. Brianna Barnett into the front court, nearly double dribbled with the basketball. Barnett hands off to Jones high on the right. Jones working the dribble out high on the left. Double team, spins away from it, spinning down the left side. We got a whistle. We got another 5-second violation. That time was Amthor who wouldn't let Jones free. Turn over to the 9 on Colby. Nobody coming to take a pass. Jones not looking to make the pass. The Goodland defense has been overwhelming to this point. As Amthor goes to the bench to a nice hand from the traveling Goodland fans, of which there are quite a few. Starting 5 is on the floor right now for Goodland. Alexa Weeder, left wing for Lehman. She hands to Bierman. Bierman lost control of the dribble, able to run down the bounce and pitch back to Hahn between the circles. Bounce back with Weeder up top. Right wing Lehman. Hahn was open in the corner. Instead it goes to Cure. Cure drives down the right lane, flips inside of Stanley, lays it in with the right hand. 6 points for Lindsay Cure, 27-12. Now an 18-2 second quarter run for Goodland. 1 minute to play in the quarter. Pass through the full court press to Stanley, who's able to slow it up. He finds Jones, brings dribble out high left. Now Dodson on the wing. Puts a pass. All alone is Curry underneath the basket. She lays it in. That's one way you beat the extended zone. Great vision by Dodson, who flung a laser beam to Curry. Low block left for the deuce. 27-14 Goodland. Final 35 seconds of the first half. Weeder right wing for Goodland. On top for Bierman. Goodland looks like they want to hold for one. Hahn with it. One dribble. Back to Bierman, who touched the ball on her left hip just inside the volleyball line on the right side of the floor. Down to 13 seconds in the first half. Bierman puts it on the deck. Pass to the high post left, poked away by Stanley, out of bounds on the left sideline. Another deflection for Kennedy Stanley. Even with 2 fouls, she's played most of this first half with 2 fouls. She's been flying around defensively, causing havoc in that way. Inbounding is Weeder, bounces for Bierman, down to 7, down to 6. Bierman with the dribble, top of the key, bounces high post right. Emma Lehman back to Bierman, right corner with 2 seconds, a 3-pointer on the way, up a front rim, and that's the end of the first half. Colby's issue the last couple of times out has been tough third quarters, but I can't imagine the third to be any tougher than what we just saw in the second quarter from the Colby Lady Eagles as they were outscored 18-4 by Goodland. Colby led after one. They're down by 13 and a half, 27-14. Goodland in front as they seek their fifth straight win in a season series sweep of the Lady Eagles. We'll be back after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Eagles on Radio on 100.3 to Ride.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
People's State Bank offers 10 convenient locations statewide. Whether you're looking for a loan, personal or business accounts, ATMs, mobile banking, or bill pay, PSB wants to help you. At People's State Bank, we take pride in our communities. Check us out at psbbanks.com. People's State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Brett Arnberger with Farm Credit of Western Kansas and Colby. At Farm Credit, we support rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Farm Credit's mission is providing farmers and ranchers with the capital they need to make their business successful. And because a steady flow of credit means more jobs and economic growth, Farm Credit is helping invest in the vibrancy of your local community. Stop in and see me on Tuesdays from 10 to 2 at E.C. Millick Insurance Agency in Atwood, or call me at 462-1113.
Technology sure has changed since the mid-90s. Even though times have changed and technology has vastly improved,
thank God,
the quality sales and service team at Office Works and Home Furnishings continues to be the best in the Northwest at making your office work. They provide the prompt professional service on site and in their shop. Plus, they got anything your office may need, from desks and printers all the way down to that pin with a chain on it. Call for sales or service at 462-2222 or come see their showroom on South Range in Colby.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Halftime in the community building, and the Colby Lady Eagles with some ground to make up in the second half of this one as they trail 7th-ranked Goodland 27-14. Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. I'm Dan Lucero. This game was back and forth, and I mean that literally. No team put a run together in the first quarter. There were 8 first-quarter lead changes, and the last of them favored Colby as they took a 10-9 lead after one quarter of play. The 9th lead change, well, that one may last a little longer because Goodland started the second quarter on what ended up being a 14-0 run. So Alexa Weeder hit back-to-back threes to start the quarter, and then it was Goodland doing exactly what they wanted to do offensively, and if they missed the shot, they were getting the offensive rebound and scoring. Buckets the second chance points for the Cowgirls as they built a 13-point lead. Colby finally got an answer from Emma Curry with about 2:45 left in the first half, but Goodland came right back with back-to-back hoops, and they led by as many as 15 in that second quarter. Another Emma Curry basket for Colby got back within 13, and that's where it currently stands, is 27-14 in favor of the Goodland Cowgirls. We're back with the halftime numbers after this 2-minute break. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 to Ride.
With High Plains Co-op, it's great to know that the more things change, the more things stay the same. High Plains Co-op with locations in Buxie, Dresden, Greenfield, Gem, Halford, Park, Sylvan, and in Levant. They're here to give you the service you deserve. High Plains Co-op is available for your grain, fuel, and feed needs. Check out their website at highplainscoop.com for up-to-date markets. Standing with you is High Plains Co-op.
2468. Who do we appreciate?
Missy, aren't we doing an ad for Farmers and Merchants Bank promoting online banking?
Yes, Janine. I appreciate F&M for all their extras. Drive-through till 5:30, Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays 8 to 11. And the Dillon's location 10 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 10 to 3.
Don't forget online and mobile banking.
We have our roots where other banks have their branches. Stop in or call either Farmers and Merchants Bank location. Member FDIC. Farmers and Merchants Bank, together making a difference.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
The Cornerstone Ag halftime show continues. Goodland 27, Colby 14 at the intermission of this girls basketball GWAC contest at the community building. Goodland in that first half led by Telexa Weeder, who went for 11 points, including a pair of three-pointers. He only made threes in the game for either team. Colby did not make a three in that first half. I think the only other time they've done that this year was, I want to say, it was the Holcomb game that went overtime here at the community building back on January 29th. Colby did end up winning that game. I think they made 9 threes in the second half in overtime. They're going to need another three-point barrage tonight. Weeder with 11 to lead the way for Goodland. It was 6 for Lindsay Cure, 4 apiece for Sydney Hahn and Adelie Amthor, and 2 points for Jackie Mitchek. Colby got 8 points for Emma Curry, 4 from Brooklyn Jones, and 2 for Kennedy Stanley to account for all of their score. Make sure you stay tuned after this one. The girls' game ought to be, is as good as the girls' game is. The boys' game ought to be a dandy, too, because it's a rubber match. Colby and Goodland playing for a third time this year. The two teams met in the third-place game of the topside tip-off. Colby winning that one in Goodland. Then in the first regular season meeting, it was a overtime heart stopper. Hunter Vaughn with his half-court three-pointer to tie the game at the end of regulation, but it was to no avail as Colby lost by a deuce in overtime. 67-65 as Goodland snapped a 5-game losing streak to Colby. Winner of the rubber match gets bragging rights, and that's no small thing in this long-time rivalry. But Colby boys really need it. They have lost 5 straight games coming into their meeting with Goodland tonight. That's coming up after this one, but first we'll have the second half of this game after the break. It's the Goodland girls leading Colby 27-14. We're back in 2 minutes. Thanks for listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. It's the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride.
Rarely, if ever, do you hear someone say they look forward to going to the doctor's office. This is Dr. Kristen Parker with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. Many chiropractic patients experience instant pain relief after receiving a treatment. As a result, a number of our patients have said they actually look forward to their chiropractic adjustments. If you've never been to a chiropractor, I'd like to personally invite you into our clinic for effective, comfortable, and professional care. Learn more about us online at mwkchiro.com.
Start the new year off right and take advantage of the red-hot buys at your local Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Save big now on storage totes, shelving, and tools. Plus, Hoover's is the place to shop for all of your winter season needs, including ice melt, snow shovels, and snow blowers, space heaters, insulation, the list goes on and on. Remember, they're also your local Benjamin Moore paint retailer. Make 2021 the best year yet with the help of Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Open every day but Sunday.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'll take a small Coke.
And I'll have a large, please.
You know you can get any size Coke for just $1, right?
So, a small Coke is just $1?
Uh-huh.
And a large is just $1?
Yes. Are you guys okay?
You just blew our different size minds. Sorry, you got excited again.
It's nice getting any size bang for your buck. So come into McDonald's and get an ice-cold, delicious any-size Coke for just $1. A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Ready for the start of the third quarter from the Colby Community Building. The Colby Lady Eagles trailing the Goodland Cowgirls 27-14. 13-2 Cowgirls, winners of 4 straight, a perfect 2-0 in GWAC play, leading a Colby team that has lost 2 straight and is 1-1 in the league. Both teams out with their starting 5s from the first half. For Colby, it's Brooklyn Jones, Brianna Barnett, Mackenzie Dodson, Emma Curry, and Kennedy Stanley. For Goodland, it's Sydney Hahn, Michaela Bierman, Alexa Weeder, Lindsay Cure, and Emma Lehman. Colby ball left to right as the third quarter begins, and once again it's Goodland extending their 1-3-1 zone out near midcourt. Brianna Barnett has it in the right corner for Colby. She is trapped in a world of trouble in that corner, swinging the ball around in all directions, and she's tied up by Michaela Bierman. The jump ball whistle comes, and Colby does not have the arrow. They turn it over for a 10th time. Goodland just descends when the ball goes into the corner, and Brianna Barnett panicked a bit and didn't really know what to do or where to go with the basketball. Sydney Hahn tries a three the other way. That's too strong. Rebound tipped in the paint, comes down to Emma Lehman, and Lehman is tied up by Brooklyn Jones. Colby has the arrow, and they take it back. Good contest on that three by Barnett, it ought to be said, as Hahn did not have space at the top of the key. Full court pressure on the inbound. Mackenzie Dodson to throw it in. Dodson looks and finds Stanley, and it is poked away from her by Cure out of bounds. Colby gets it right back. Dodds will inbound a little further into the corner near side. Dodson had it poked right back to her by Cure. Was intended for Barnett. Now passing over a double team to Stanley. Stanley ahead of the left side of Jones, who crosses the timeline. And you see there another example of just how tough it's been for Colby to get the ball over half court. Never mind, get a half court set to run successfully. Going by 13 early in this third quarter. Curry underneath the Stanley, backing down in the block, and we have a whistle and a foul called on Cure before Stanley could make her move. Lindsay Cure earns her second foul, first on the Cowgirls. Coach of the Goodland Cowgirls, Bill Bierman, wanted a 3-second call on Stanley there. She just backed her way in the middle of the paint. Dodson on the inbound, throws it short of Barnett. It hits the head of Hahn, comes to Michaela Bierman. Bierman one-on-one, goes the distance, missed the layup off the glass, and on the rebound, Weeder was there first, but stepped on the end line. So again, it's an offensive rebound, or a near one for Goodland. And we have a bench warning called on the Goodland bench. Apparently, Bill Bierman wasn't sure his point about the 3-second violation he thought Stanley committed had gotten through. He wanted to make sure he was heard, and the official has acknowledged that you have been, and we would like to not hear any more from you tonight. So bench warning assessed to Goodland. 6:45 to play here in the third. 27-14 Goodland. Neither team has scored so far in the third. Barnett bouncing to Curry between the circles. Hounded by Lehman. And then we have a whistle. We have a foul called where? On Kennedy Stanley away from the basketball. Stanley just picked up her third foul. I have no idea why. But Bill Bierman, I think, bought that call. The bench warning may have been worth it because it just led to a third foul on Kennedy Stanley. First on Colby in the half. High post, Cure, turnaround, wide open 15-footer. It draws no iron. It's out of bounds. 15-foot shot went about 13.5 feet. Colby ball underneath. Dodson to inbound again against this swarming defense. Dodson not guarded. Everyone else is. The inbound to Barnett. Barnett spins to her right, finds Brooklyn Jones. Jones will hustle into the front court one-on-one with Michaela Bierman. There's 15 to play in the third. Colby ball down by 14. Back cut. Curry down the lane on the right. The layup too strong off the glass. She was all alone, but too strong with the layup. The rebound to Cure. Goodland the other way. Cure top of the key right wing for a wide open Michaela Bierman for three. That's a bit long, and the rebound weak side ball to Dodson. Dodson stripped to the ball in the backcourt, fighting for it now with three defenders. Weeder's got it, shovels to Bierman, who fakes it in the middle of the paint. First two for Michaela Bierman, 29-14 Goodland, and a foul call the other way as Emma Curry bumped into a Goodland defender on the way up before the foul was called on that defender. It's Michaela Bierman, her first. Colby is frustrated right now. They're wearing it on their faces. They have been frustrated and taken out at sync by Goodland's defense. Jackson Mitchek, Adelie Amthor, and Olivia Lehman check into the game for Goodland. It's those three joining Hahn and Weeder on the floor. The inbound to Brooklyn Jones in the backcourt from the midline. She passes forward to the left for Stanley. Now a quick reversal to Emma Curry on the right wing. Back to Jones. 2.5 minutes into the third. 29-14 Goodland. Long pass to the right corner for Jones. Jones weaving her way to the basket. Down the right baseline. The lay with the right hand is good. Been a quiet night so far for Brooklyn Jones. That has to change. She's got half a dozen. 29-16 Goodland. 5:15 to play in the third. Weeder gets a wide open three-point look from the left wing. Nothing but net. If you are even half a step late getting out to Weeder on the wing, she's going to hit the three ball. That is her third of the night. She's got a game-high 14 points, 32-16. Goodland now doubling up Colby. Colby out ahead. It's Jones down the lane left the border short. Stanley had the rebound, and the jump ball whistle came so quick, and the arrow belongs to Goodland. Stanley was pulling that ball away clean from the Goodland defender, and the whistle came for the jump ball. So Goodland has the arrow. They come the other way with a 16-point lead, 4:45 to play in the third quarter. Olivia Lehman on the high post, out to Weeder, top of the key, again an open three. Again, nothing but net. So Alexa Weeder has made 4 threes, and then Colby just turns it over in the backcourt. A pass to Brooklyn Jones, unguarded for a change. No full court press that time, and Colby turned it over anyway. Jones couldn't handle it. The pass counted off and run out of bounds. Weeder looking on the inbound, and she commits a 5-second violation. Colby takes it right back. Weeder couldn't find anyone. That's good response from Colby defensively after an unforced error to turn it over to force one right back. It has not been the crispest of basketball games. Colby has turned it over 13 times. That was Goodland's 9th giveaway. 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Colby down 35-16 after that Weeder three, her 4th of the game. Stanley top of the key for Colby, left wing for Dodson. Dodson off the screen, chased by a double team. Back to Stanley on the high post. Out to Curry right wing. Curry's open for three. And nothing but net. Emma Curry from Triple City, the first made three of the night for Colby. Curry in the double figures with 11. Halfway through the third, they're down 16, 35-19. Out on the right wing for Goodland. Skip pass deflected by Barnett off of Ansel, right to Jones. Here comes Colby. Brooklyn Jones down the right side. Peeling off to her left, backing away to set the half-court offense in motion. Barnett has it high right off of Stanley's screen. Double team chases out at midcourt. Barnett in deep trouble, and Tom Stevens bails her out by calling a timeout. It has been a masterwork defensively from Goodland, and Colby is really struggling to get the wheels turning on offense. The timeout is a 30-second timeout here with 3:39 to play in the third, and Goodland up by 16 points, 35-19, outscoring Colby here 8-5 in the third. Colby led 10-9 after one. Since then, 26-9 Goodland. Colby will have the ball out of the timeout. It's the same 5. Tom Stevens has yet to make a change. Bill Bierman bringing Shore and Emma Lehman back into the ball game. Those two with Caleb Bierman, Telexa Weeder, and Natalie Amthorpe. Kenzie Dodson prepares to inbound along the left sideline, the far sideline. Colby only left to right here in the third quarter. Dodson takes the bounce pass from the official and flings it out between the circles for McCurry. Back left for Jones. Jones caught by Weeder, who goes flying by her. Now Dodson back to Jones on the wing. Jones fakes, takes, misses the three-pointer off the back rim. Stanley runs down the loose ball, rebound in the near corner, and throws it out of bounds off of Weeder. Good hustle play by Kennedy Stanley, and a rare second chance for Colby here. As proficient as Goodland has been on the offensive glass, Colby has struggled. Dodson inbounding below her own bench on that right sideline. In for Stanley, back to Dodson, who sprints to the top of the key and hands off to Barnett on weave action. Bounce in the hands of Jones. Jones angling left, spins back right past to Stanley, top of the key. Stanley hands off to Curry. Curry, top of the key, NBA range three. Banks in! Emma Curry banks in a triple. She's hit her last 2 3-point tries. Colby back within 13, 35-22, bringing the touch in the third. And 4 from the left corner, lobbing a pass into the post. And Lehman can't handle it. It's off the fingertips, out of bounds. Turnover number 11 for Goodland. 6-0 run here for Colby thanks to a pair of Emma Curry three-pointers. Full court pressure. Stanley comes free to catch the inbound. Touch pass right back to Dodson. Dodson through the middle of the press to Curry. Curry now to Barnett in the front court left side. Barnett stops her dribble out here midcourt. Hounded by Amthor. Gets the ball away to Stanley. Stanley high left for Dodson, who hands to Jones behind the volleyball line. Back to the left with the ball reversal for Dodson. Being watched by Weeder. Man defense now for Goodland. They are out of the zone at the very least. Curry to Stanley, high post right. Double team facing away from the basket. Now the double team departs. Stanley drives through left hand. In the paint she goes. Right hand runner. Up top. Good. And the foul. Judy Stanley going hard in the paint. And a chance to make it a 10-point game. The foul on the play called on Amthor, her first. And team foul number 3 on Goodland. Amthor to the bench, replaced by Hahn for Goodland. With 2:24 to play in the third. Chance here to close what had been a 19-point lead down to 10. And Stanley does, swishing the free throw. She's got 5 points, one of only 3 Lady Eagles to score tonight. 35-25, Goodland in the lead. They throw it away in the post. A bobble by Cure, a steal by Jones. Here comes Colby. It's Brooklyn Jones into the front court, and has the ball poked away from behind by a hustling Sydney Hahn. It flies out of bounds underneath the basket. It's Colby ball. Colby can get within single digits here, which would be the first time since that 14-0 second quarter run for Goodland. The inbound in the left corner intended for Stanley is deflected out of bounds by a lunging Lindsey Cure. Cure is 5'11" with an impressive wingspan. It's her size and Weeder's size and Emma Lehman and Olivia Lehman off the bench, and Colby just can't match that length. Dodson inbounds to Stanley, high post left from underneath, out to Barnett behind the arc. Bierman out to challenge. Barnett hands off high left for Jones. Jones chased by a double team, now the double team departs. Pass right wing for Dodson, checked by Weeder. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Colby ball down by 10. Top of the key, Curry, left wing for Barnett. Stanley in the post, backing down left block, shoots with the right hand, too strong off the window, and Emma Lehman held her ground and rebounded. Bierman into the front court for Goodland, has it back from Lehman, takes the drive, pass across right for Hahn on the wing. For the high post, Cure ball fake, drive, lost the ball, got it back, lefty layup, in and out, got her on rebound, put back no, rebounded by Dodson, weak side for Colby. Dodson on the run up the left side of the floor. Slows it down as Hahn stayed with her pace for pace. Dodson at the top of the key. Walks into a wide-open three. It connects. And Colby's within 7. It's a 12-0 Colby run. Mackenzie Dodson from Triple City. Her first basket of the night. 35-28. Goodland. Minute 8 to play in the third. And then Goodland turns it over on the other end. A bad diagonal pass from Michaela Bierman to Sydney Hahn in the right corner over and thrown out of bounds. And Bill Bierman wants 30 seconds to talk things over with his cowgirls. The Colby Lady Eagles battling back into this one with 1:06 to play here in the third. They are on a 12-0 run and are within 7 points, 35-28. And for Colby, the 3-ball a factor. You knew it had to be. Colby makes 6.5 threes per game, but he didn't make one in the first half. Emma Curry got Colby going off this run with back-to-back threes. And then Mackenzie Dodson stepped into a wide-open look to cut the Goodland lead down to 7. Colby ball out of the timeout. Goodland staying on that end of the floor, showing the press. As Dodson prepares to inbound, deep in the far corner, left side. Dodson has the ball from the official. Lob intended for Stanley. She catches between 2 defenders. The away to Dodson. Dodson crosses the timeline with 1 minute to play in the third. Big possession here for Colby, trying to keep momentum going. Stripped to the ball is Dodson. It's loose on the floor. Weeder has it, and then pass it over the backcourt line for Lehman. I kind of think that should have been a turnover. Hahn right wing up top for Weeder. 45 seconds left in the third. Turnover number 14 for Colby tonight. Weeder right wing. Fakes the deep three, passes between the circles for Bierman instead. Now in the high post right, it's Cure. Cure faces the basket. Lobs down low to Lehman. Across across the lane, kick left corner, wide open three for Weeder. Short, off the back rim. Rebound, fought for, ripped away by Cure. Cure's layup off the underside of the rim. Loose ball, fought for on the block, and a foul called on Colby. Curry shoving Bierman to the ground, picks up the personal, her second, team foul number 2. Possession will stay with Goodland with 20 seconds left in the third. A third chance on this trip for the Cowgirls. Weeder sets the play in motion. Bounces for Cure with Strip. Got it back. Bounces to Lehman. Low block right. Her shot short, but she's fouled. Mackenzie Dodson, a guilty party, her second. Now, Emma Lehman at the line, just 50%, but Goodland, who is a 47% foul shooting team, has made 3 of their 4 charities tonight so far. Chance to halt this 12-0 run for Colby. The junior Emma Lehman's first free throw try, too strong. "18 seconds to play in the third. What was a 19-point Goodland lead has been trimmed to 7. One more free throw for Lehman. Bend to the knees, right hand release. That one gets the bounce. Her first point of the night. 36-28. Inbound to Jones. Jones back to Dodson, middle of the floor in the backcourt. Now a baseball pass ahead to Jones. Jones down the left side, pulls up left elbow, 10-foot jumper off the heel. She had Emma Curry wide open, never saw her. And then Jones fouls Weeder in the backcourt with 6 seconds left in the third. Jones' first, team foul number 4 on Colby. Tom Stevens screaming directions from the Colby bench, trying to arrange his defense, make sure that Weeder doesn't get a buzzer-beating three-point look away. Inbound to Bierman in the backcourt with 4. With 3, Bierman sprinting down the middle of the floor. Gets around Stanley. Gets a layup away, and it's too firm off the window as time expires. It ended up being a free look for Michaela Bierman. She rushed it, and that's how the third quarter ends. Colby was down as many as 19. They're back within 8 as the fourth quarter is coming your way next. It's Goodland to 36, Colby 28. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Rock.
There's something in your home's air this fall. Feel it? It's the perfect air that comes from reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. There are savings in the air, too. McKee Inc. is offering $1,350 in rebates, plus payments as low as $132 a month on a new Lennox system. To rethink your air and learn more, call McKee Inc. at 785-462-3132. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think McKee Inc., your local Lennox dealer. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Happy New Year, Kansas! It's 2021 and time for something different, like switching to Nextech Wireless. Want new devices? Mix and match 5 devices with unlimited data for $125 a month. Love your phone but not your provider? Switch and get $20 off your monthly bill. So bring the whole family to Nextech Wireless. Get new devices on us or bring your own. Spend a new kind of quality time together. Nextech Wireless. We are Kansas. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Colby ball to start quarter number 4 here on 100.3 to ride KRDQ Colby. Colby trailing Goodland 36-28 in this GWAC girls basketball game. Going left to right as you listen. Brianna Barnett's pass out of the left corner. Spiked out of bounds by the help defender Lindsey Cure. Colby maintains possession. Kenzie Dodson walks over to inbound out of the left corner on the sideline. Colby was down 35-16 in that third quarter, went on a 12-0 run to get back in this game. Dodson can't find anybody. Finally able to hit Stanley out near the midcourt line. Stanley hands to Jones, tight-roping that midcourt strike. Jones able to dribble free. Kayla Bierman defending her. Jones picks up the dribble, swings it right wing for Barnett. Barnett back in the right corner for Jones. Jones around a pair of screens, trying to get around downhill, and she's bumped at the top of the circle by Lindsey Cure. That's Cure's third. Team foul number 4 on Goodland. Colby likes to run that play for Jones. She takes it out of the corner, runs off a couple of high screens on the wing, tries to get downhill with the left hand. Dodson inbounding in front of her own bench right side. Curry comes to catch. Right back for Dodson. Dodson working the dribble high on the right. He got it pinned on her hip. It's a double dribble. Turnover number 15 for Colby. And Colby lost at Goodland back on January 12th. Turnovers were a big reason why. They turned it over 20-plus times in that one, and tonight they are no more adept and maintaining the possession against this Goodland defense that allows just 36 points per night. Hahn, top of the key, off the screen, fires the three, misses long. We got a whistle. Foul before the shot. Jones fighting through a screen, knocked over Bierman. And Brooklyn Jones earns her second personal foul. Team foul number 5 on Colby. 58 seconds into the fourth quarter. Still Goodland by 8, 36-28. Leader inbounds. Basket to her left. Lobs out to Bierman on the wing. Now Hahn reverses to Leader left wing. Leader dribbles out of a double team. Colby did not let Goodland's leading scorer tonight with 17 points get another open three-point look. She's made 4 of them so far. Emma Lehman, high post left. She tries a three. Left it short. Rebound tipped to Brooklyn Jones. Jones flying up the right side of the floor for Colby. Crosses to the left hand. Attacking the middle of the paint. Scoop shot with the right hand. Hit the front rim as she collided with Leader. No whistle. Rebound to Emma Lehman for Goodland. A lot of contact, and Tom Stevens certainly wanted a call there, but did not come. Lehman left wing for Leader. Jones challenging her. Top of the key for Hahn. High right Bierman. Lehman on the high post, back to Weeder. Thought about the deep three, stripped to the ball. We call the call. Brooklyn Jones has it. Jones one-on-one the other way with the defender trailing. Jones peels off. Out to Barnett, left wing, trailing three-pointer. Rattles home! Brianna Barnett's first basket of the night is a three. And Colby's within 5, 36-31, with 6 minutes to play in the fourth. Leader driving left baseline, right-handed runner, short, rebound loose, it rolls to Jones, and Colby can run. Colby with numbers 4 on 3 if they hurry. Jones, right corner Barnett, open for another three. Yes! Back-to-back threes from Leanna Barnett, and Colby's within 2, 36-34 with 5:40 to go. Goodland ball against the Colby matchup zone. Leader on the right wing. Top of the key for Hahn, left wing for Bierman. Bierman holds above her head. Skip past Hahn on the right wing. Curry out to challenge. Now Leland on the high post. Back outside for Weeder up top. Bierman left wing. Finds the high post. It's Lehman right down the middle of the lane, and she lays it in with the right hand. Big response for Goodland and Emma Lehman. Her first field goal. 38-34 Cowgirls. 5:05 to play. Colby breaks the press with a pass ahead to Stanley. Now Dodson through Barnett. Back to Dodson right wing. Thought about the three. Pitched it back to Barnett instead. Barnett dribbles around near midcourt. Bounces to Brooklyn Jones. Jones. Thing with the dribble. Pitches right wing to Curry. Curry for three. Off the front rim. And Cure rebounds weak side for Goodland. Good look for Emma Curry, but she could not get it to fall. Bierman to the trailing Cure. Now Hahn on the right wing for the Cowgirls. Swings it back for Weeder, who leaves it for Bierman on the left side. High post, Cure, driving on Stanley. Kick out to Weeder, right wing, three over Barnett. Fifth three of the night for Telexa Weeder. The sophomore has 20. 41-34, Goodland's lead back to 7 with 4:20 left. Colby still in the backcourt. Barnett across from left to right to Dodson, crossing the midline. Dodson through the zone to Stanley, back to Dodson, now Jones right corner. Jones coming around to the top of the key, greeted by Hahn, who cut her off. Now Jones back through traffic with the dribble, pitches for Barnett. Bounce pass to Jones left corner. Jones loads up a three, left it short. Rebounded by Dodson, weak side, put back up, in off the window. Mackenzie Dodson with the second chance bucket for Colby. They're back within 5, 41-36, 3:45 to play. Leader right corner for Goodland. Out to Bierman on the wing, skip pass on left side. Now Bierman between the circles. Back left for Emma Lehman, holding the ball on her hip, 30 feet out on the left wing. Colby sitting in their 2-3 matchup zone. Now Jones comes out to play a little defense. A lob pass between the circles for Telexa Weeder. She bounces for Bierman high on the right. Bierman pitches across left side for Hahn. Hahn driving with the left hand, pulls up, jumper, blocked from behind, but a foul is called on Mackenzie Dodson. Dodson thought she got all ball, but Hahn is headed to the free throw line for 2. That's the third foul on Dodson. It's the 6th on Colby. Goodland in the bonus with 3:12 to play. Goodland tonight, 4 for 6 from the line. Hahn is 2 for 2. Her first try here, off the heel, no good. Subs for Goodland. Haley Bierman, Jaxie Mitchek, and Olivia Lehman join Hahn and Michaela Bierman. So Telexa Weeder for now out of the game. I imagine it'll be a short rest for for Goodland's leading scorer who has 20 points tonight. Second free throw try for Hahn on the way. Off the back rim and off to the right, no good, and a foul on the rebound on Jackson Mitchek. Bumping into Dodson on the board. Mitchek's first, team foul number 5 on Goodland. So nothing doing on that trip to the line for Goodland. And Hahn will get a breather, replaced by Adley Amthor. With 3:11 to play, Colby ball down 5, 41-36. They have trailed by as many as 19 in the second half. They had it within 2 before a quick 5-0 mini run for Goodland. Brooklyn Jones into the front court for Colby. Angling left, spins to the right, beats Curry top of the key. The backdoor pass to Jones, who spins baseline left. She's fouled on the layup. Foul on Michaela Bierman, her second. Brooklyn Jones heading to the line with 2:58 to go. It has been a quiet night for Brooklyn Jones. 12 times in 14 games this year. She has scored in double figures, but she has just 6 tonight. This is her first trip to the line. On the year, Jones an 84% foul shooter. First try rattles out, no good. One more coming for the junior to try and make it a 4-point game at least. One bounce, spin to the knees, the release. Switch. And a sub coming in for Colby. This is Emma Wright. First action for the 5'4" sophomore. Just the 7th time she's appeared this season. She replaces Barnett. Goodland into the front court with a 4-point advantage, 41-37. Bierman between the circles, right wing pass for Amthor. Now it's Haley Bierman between the rings. Fakes left, passes to the high post. Olivia Lehman comes to catch it outside the arc. Driving on Stanley, hand off to Michaela Bierman. Through the paint she goes. Fakes the spin move, kick out Haley Bierman up top. Back high right for Mitchek. Here we had a poked away by Wright. Skip pass to the left elbow. Amthor open long two swish. Big move for Adley Amthor, the senior off the bench who has half a dozen. 43-37, a 6-point Goodland lead with 2:18 left. Brooklyn Jones into the front court. Drives with the right hand, cut off right wing, steps back for 3. Got him all! And Colby cuts the deficit in half. Timeout, Colby. Brooklyn Jones from downtown for the first time, and for the 30th time this season. And Colby is within one possession with 2:06 to play. A 30-second timeout will keep it here with 2:06 left in this game. Colby has trembled with a 19-point deficit back down to 3 at 43-40. Jones now in double figures with 10 points, joining Curry for Colby, who has 14. Weeder, the lone double figure scorer for Goodland, she's got 20. Down to the wire between these two teams, just like it was at the Max Jones Fieldhouse on January 20th. Goodland won that one by 3, 50-47. They lead this one by 3, 43-40. Since Colby trailed 35-16, they have outscored Goodland 24-8. Goodland ball out of the timeout, and their starting 5 is back on the floor. Brianna Barnett is back out there replacing Emma Wright for Colby. Weeder, top of the key for Goodland. Angles right, stops the dribble, back left for Hahn. Jones fighting through the screen, collided with Bierman, and a foul is called. Brooklyn Jones just trying to fight through the screen, and Bierman held her ground and picked up the foul. That's 3 on Jones, and it's team foul number 7 on Colby. So Michaela Bierman, the shooter 1-1 on the year, a 50% foul shooter, 15 out of 30. With a minute 52 left, the front end of the 1-1 on the way. It's no good off the back rim. Curry had the rebound, and then a jump ball whistled as Cure tied her up, and Goodland has the arrow. Another offensive rebound, essentially, for Goodland. And an extra possession with a 3-point lead, a minute 51 to go. Weeder in down the corner underneath, out to the wing for Lehman. Now across to the left for Hahn. Hahn back for Weeder, top of the arc. High post left, Pure. Bounce pass to the cutter. Hahn down the lane. Her layup is blocked. The rebound to Lehman, and she's fouled. Another offensive rebound for Goodland. And Emma Lehman drew the contact. A foul on Jones. That's her 4th. 2 free throws coming for Emma Lehman. She's 1 of 2 tonight. 58% on the year. First try. Off the front rim, no. Goodland as a team now is 4 for 10. Minute 40 left. Colby down by 3. One more free throw for Emma Lehman. On the way. And she got it to fall. 44-40, a 4-point Goodland lead. Colby ball. Brooklyn Jones on a jog into the front court, picked up there by Kahn. Right wing pass for Brianna Barnett. She flings it back to Jones. Now Stanley between the circles. Stanley to Curry up top. Curry loads up the long three, nearly banked it in. No rebound to Stanley, and a foul called on the floor. But Stanley will shoot free throws anyway. That's at his team foul number 7 on Goodland. A foul called on Telexa Weeder, her third. Both teams in the bonus now with a minute 22 to play. Kennedy Stanley shooting the 1-and-1 for Colby. Front end on the way. Got the bounce. Front rim, square, back rim, and it rolled in. That makes it a one-possession game. Chance here for Stanley to make it a 2-point game. The senior releases. Switch. And Colby calls time. It is a full timeout. We will take a 1-minute break with a minute 22 to go. 44-42 Goodland. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 to Ride.
Before Taco John's, what was Tuesday? I'll tell you, nothing. Non-existent. Nada. Nobody talked about Tuesday. Then Taco John's introduced the Tuesday to the taco. And booyah, Taco Tuesday was born. Taco Tuesday is so great, we even trademarked it. We literally own Taco Tuesday, the one day of the week when you get to own Taco John's classic crispy tacos for an insanely good price. It's the original Taco Tuesday, and there's only one place to find it. Taco John's. Unwrap the original.
Taco John's of Colby.
Optimize your yield with Case IH Axial Flow Combines at Colby Ag Center. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations put higher quality grain in the tank and more profits in your pocket. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Take control of your harvest and rethink your productivity. For more on Case IH Axial Flow Combines, visit Colby Ag Center, Oakley Ag Center, and Hoxie Implement today.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
A minute 15 and counting to play in this girls basketball GLAC contest. Goodland with the ball leading Colby 44-42. Goodland with the ball out on the perimeter. It's Michaela Bierman between the circles. Holding the ball in the triple threat. Swings it left for Telexa Weeder with 60 seconds to play in regulation. Colby has fought back from a 19-point deficit to get within 2. Emma Lehman on the drive. Down the lane on the left. She banks it up and in. Big hoop for Emma Lehman. She's got 5 of her 6 here in the fourth quarter. 46-42 Goodland. 45 seconds to play. Jones with a dribble to the top of the key. Pass to the left wing. There's nobody there. It's out of bounds. 40 seconds left, and now Colby has to play the foul game. Emma Wright checks in for Colby, replacing Brianna Barnett. Brooklyn Jones has to know she has 4 fouls. The inbound to Bierman for Goodland. Bierman up the right side, into the front court. Stops on the wing, backs away from Jones. Down to 33 seconds. Bierman, left wing for Hahn. And Hahn is fouled by Emma Wright. With 28 seconds to go. Team foul number 9 on Colby. Hahn to the stripe. She's 2 for 4 tonight. Goodland as a team is 5 for 11. Hahn, the senior, trying to add to Goodland's 4-point advantage. Front end of the 1-and-1 on the way. It's too strong. Rebound by Mackenzie Dodson for Colby. Colby ball down by 4. 20 seconds. Jones in the front court to the top of the key. Colby's got to go. Right wing to Curry. Curry covered up tight. 15 seconds. Curry on the drive. Got around Lehman, and Lehman fouled her with the body. First foul on Emma Lehman. Team foul number 8. Emma Curry to the line for a 1-and-1 with 13 seconds left. Curry on the year just 44% at the strike. 7 of 16. Front end of the 1-and-1. Nothing but nylon. Curry, the leading scorer for Colby tonight with 15. And one more free throw coming. All 5 Colby starters have scored tonight. second free throw for Curry flashes through. And Colby makes a stop. Mackenzie Carmichael checking in for the first time. The 5'7" junior replaces Emma Curry. Full court pressure from Colby with 13 seconds down by 2. Into Lehman. Out ahead to Weeder. Playing catch-up is Dodson. Dodson gets the foul with 9 seconds. Boy, that's who you didn't want to foul. Mackenzie Carmichael, I think, was supposed to foul Lehman immediately and didn't. And so now Alexa Weeder will shoot 2, their best foul shooter at 89%. Weeder tonight is 1 for 2. With 9 seconds left in the 2-point lead. First try for the sophomore, the right-handed release. And it rolls in. Emma Curry back in for Colby, replacing Carmichael. 3-point Goodland lead with 9 seconds to play. One more free throw coming for Weeder. A huge one to make it a 2-possession game. It's up. It's short. Rebound to Stanley. Colby ball. Down by 3. They turn it over. Stanley threw it right to Lindsay Cure as she was trying to outlet to Jones. Lindsay Cure hung back. And then Brooklyn Jones had to give the foul as she is fouled out of the game. Courtney Finley, the 5'3" senior, checks in to replace her. Lindsay Cure now shooting 2. With 6 seconds to play. Any one of these is massive. The first try for Cure off the back rim. And before the second free throw, Bill Bierman calls a timeout. This is a full timeout. Bill Bierman wanted a 30, but he doesn't have any. We'll stay here with 6 seconds left in regulation, and Colby down by 4. The opportunity was there. Stanley snared the rebound on the miss by Weeder and turned to pass just in front of her, but Lindsay Cure made a tremendous heads-up play. Knowing that the ball was going to find Jones, she stayed attached to Jones just enough that when the pass came in, Cure intercepted. That was turn up 17 off Colby. They have 14 Goodland turnovers, then a defensive struggle. The scoreboard belies that. But now Colby has to find a way, hope for a miss, go down the floor and hit a 3 to tie it. And one of their best 3-point shooters, Brooklyn Jones, sidelined. She has fouled out for the first time this season, finishing tonight with 10 points. So it's Dodson, Finley, Wright, the guards, Curry and Stanley, the posts. Everyone for Goodland is off the line. They'll all hang back to defend should Cure, a 26% foul shooter, miss the second here. With a 3-point lead, the free throw is up. It missed everything. It hit the backboard. It did not hit the rim, and that means it's a dead ball, so Colby can inbound underneath their own basket. And Tom Stevens calls timeout, his last of regulation. Well, that was precisely what Colby had to have happen. Lindsay Cure, who came in tonight 15 of 58 at the line on the season, misses both free throws, and the second one failed to draw iron. So the clock never ran. It was an alert play by Kennedy Stanley to signal to the ref, hey, that ball didn't hit the rim. And it was an alert job by the clock crew here at the community building, I must say, in not starting the clock. So it remains 47-44. Colby trailing. They were down by 19 midway through the third quarter. They have been as close as 2. No Brooklyn Jones for Colby. Brianna Barnett is back in. Emma Curry is in. Dodson, Finley, and Stanley, the other 3 Lady Eagles. Curry is all the way down on the offensive end along with Finley. Stanley to inbound. Goodland brings Jaxie Mitchek in for defense, replacing Emma Lehman. They go with a smaller lineup, and she's going to stay attached to Emma Curry. Stanley to inbound. Baseball pass up the left side, caught in the backcourt by Barnett. With 4, and Barnett is fouled by Alexa Weeder with 4 seconds left, putting Barnett at the line for a 1-and-1. With a 3-point lead, Bill Bierman chooses to foul. It's a brilliant bit of strategy. It puts Barnett at the line for a 1-and-1. That foul was Weeder's fourth. So Barnett has to make the first. Then with 4 seconds left, you almost have to think about missing the second intentionally. Got to make the first one first, though. Free throw on the way for Barnett. Nothing but nylon. She hasn't missed this year at the line, Barnett. 9 for 9 now after that make. Lehman is back in. Cure to the bench. 4.2 seconds left. Colby down 2. Second free throw for Barnett on the way. And she hit both. So now Colby has to foul in a flash. The inbound to Bierman. 2, 1. Colby never did foul until there was no time left on the clock. Or will the officials put some time back on the clock? Colby was trying to give the foul, and the officials were letting some things go in the backcourt. Usually when the officials know a foul is going to be given, they'll call it on the first touch, but it looked like they let a little bit go before the ball handler, Bierman, sprinted down the right sideline. And then finally the foul was given. It's on Mackenzie Dodson. And that is Dodson's fifth. So she has fouled out. And the officials will put... Well, right now there are 4 seconds on the clock. It's going to be 4/10 of a second. So even if Colby ends up with a rebound or a chance here, it will take something miraculous with 4/10 of a second. Michaela Bierman at the line for 2. First free throw up. Nothing to miss. Now you'd have to believe that the intentional miss is the play here because time would run out on the rebound. Second try for Michaela Bierman. In and out, rebounded by Curry, and she is unable to get the heave away, and Goodland wins. Tremendous fight back in the second half from the Colby Lady Eagles, but they fall short tonight and are swept in the season series by the Goodland Cowgirls. Your final score from the community building: Goodland 48, Colby 46. That's 3 straight losses for Colby, who's now 8-8, 1-2 in the GWAC. And for Goodland, that's 5 straight wins. They're 14-2 overall, the 7th-ranked team in Class 3A. They are 3-0 in the GWAC. We're back after this with the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio 100.3 The Ride.
The Start Something New sales event is in full swing at Colby Dodge. Why not start off the new year with a new vehicle? You can take advantage of 0% financing up to 60 months on select new Jeep models, plus no payments for 90 days. All the family in style with a new Chrysler Pacifica, and you'll save big with employee pricing, plus 0% for 60 months. Visit us in person at exit 53, I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
This one out, and it needs replaced. Who you gonna call?
Roof Masters!
Roof Masters Roofing in Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call
Roof Masters!
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Hello,
this is Josh Ryan with Farmers and Merchants Bank in Colby. Being the only locally hometown chartered bank, we know the importance of our customers. We offer checking and savings accounts, CDs, loans, online banking, bill pay, and so much more. Call us today at 785-460-3321. That's 785-460-3321. Stop in our main location downtown or our convenient Dillon's location with extended hours to visit with us about your financial needs. Farmers and Merchants Bank, together making a difference. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
In its final from the community building, the Goodland Cowgirls defeat the Colby Lady Eagles 48-46. 2 games between these two teams this year. They're not separated by much on I-70, and they're not separated by much on the scoreboard. A combined 5 points the margin in the 2 Goodland victories over Colby this season. 3 straight losses for the Lady Eagles. They fall to 8-8, 1-2 in the GWAC. Goodland is 14-2 and 3-0 in GWAC play. Welcome to the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. I'm Dan Lucero. We're about to be joined courtside by the head coach of the Colby Lady Eagles, Tom Stevens. And, you know, Tom, you look back, and that second quarter was pretty decisive. Goodland took the lead there and never surrendered it. What did they do in the second quarter that made it hard for your offense? And how did you adjust back and get things back rolling in the second half?
We just missed all our shots that quarter. I thought we were better on the boards the second half. First half, we just allowed them to get every offensive rebound, and it padded their lead.
Yeah, that was something we had talked about when we talked about this matchup, and one thing you were worried about was Goodland's ability on the offensive glass. What makes them such a good offensive rebounding team, and what did you do better in the second half to keep them off the boards?
We got in front of them a little bit. First half, we just stood there, and they went and got 3 rebounds, stuck it in.
The balance in scoring tonight really stands out. 2 in double figures. Brianna Barnett hit some big shots for you. Mackenzie Dodson made a big play for you on a second chance bucket. It really seemed like offensively you got what you were looking for against a team that makes it hard to score the ball. When you took care of it, you got some good possessions.
Yeah, we got good shots all night. In the second quarter, we had good shots. They just didn't go, and we didn't get any extra shots. We turned it over a few times and let them get all them offensive rebounds. And the leader kid, I think she can shoot, and I think we talked about it, and she had a lot of wide open looks.
Moving on, you've got Hayes on Friday night. What will the focus be coming out of this game, and how will you prepare for the Lady Indians on Friday?
Oh, Hayes is a totally different team. I look for a lot of pressure D, and I think they'll be in our shorts all night. We'll have to handle that and execute our offense. They'll be good in transition, and we can't let them up the rebound. But it'll be a totally different team. The intensity on defense will be really high, and so it's good for a team to go through that, and we'll see how we react.
Thanks for the time, Coach. That's Tom Stevens, head coach of the Colby Lady Eagles. Again, Lady Eagles fall tonight 48-46. Individual leaders for Goodland select the leader with 21 points. 6 apiece for Lindsey Cure, Adelie Amthor, and Emma Lehman. With 4 points for Sydney Hahn, 3 for Michaela Bierman, and 2 for Jaxie Mitchell. Colby had 2 double-figure scores. Emma Curry led the way with 16 points. It was 10 for Brooklyn Jones, 8 points for Brianna Barnett, 7 for Kennedy Stanley, and 5 for Mackenzie Dodson. Tonight's Colby Dodge Ram Top Player of the Game. You know, I'll tell you what, we're going to give the nod tonight to Emma Curry. 16 points, a couple of big threes, and when Colby really needed them, too. Colby was down 19. Curry hit back-to-back threes to kickstart a 12-0 run. They got Colby back in the game, made it tight at the end, but ultimately Colby falls 48-46. That'll do it for the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. Come on back with us after this short break for the Funk Optometry pregame show. We'll get you set for boys action tonight between Colby and Goodland. You're listening to Eagles on Radio 100.3 The Ride.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Pizza Hut in Colby is hiring all positions. We offer competitive wages, flexible hours, and a fast-paced, fun working environment. Applicants must be hardworking with a valid driver's license, insurance, and be at least 16 years of age. If you think you fit the description and would like to apply, the process has never been easier. Just go online or on Facebook and search Pizza Hut of Colby. Come join the fun at Pizza Hut of Colby. Pizza Hut of Colby is an equal opportunity employer.
Colby Eagles basketball is live on 100.3 The Ride.
We're going to go nose to nose with them, and we're going to beat them at both ends of the court. And you're going to play better than you ever dreamed of.
The Eagles on radio are brought to you by American Implement, Ballman Mortuary, Colby Ag Center, Cornerstone Ag, Colby Dodge, Darrell Henry of Edward Jones, the Colby Free Press, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, Funk Optometry, Farmers and Merchants Bank, High Plains Co-op, Hoover Lumber, McDonald's of Colby, McKee Inc., Next Tech Wireless, Office Works and Home Furnishings, Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, People's State Bank, Pizza Hut of Colby, Northwest Kansas Decorating, Roofmasters, Strut Insurance Services, Taco John's of Colby, and Western State Bank.
All right! Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it!
And now, let's go to the gym with your voice of the Eagles, Dan Lucero.
And we welcome you back to the Colby Community Building for game number 2 of the Colby basketball doubleheader tonight. Boys action in the Great West Untitled Chapter between the Colby Eagles, who are 6-9 on the year, 1-1 in the GWAC, against the Goodland Cowboys, who are also 6-9 and 0-2 in GWAC play. Dan Lucero back with you on the Funk Optometry pregame show. This is the rubber match between Goodland and Colby here this season. The first meeting was in the third place game at this year's Topside Tip-Off Tournament. Back on December 12th, Colby erased a double-digit third-quarter deficit and rallied to knock off the Cowboys 58-46. Game number 2 took place January 12th at the Max Jones Fieldhouse, and this time it was Goodland who was able to withstand Colby's late rally. Hunter Vaughn hit a buzzer beater from midcourt to tie the game and send it to overtime, but it was Goodland who outlasted Colby in that extra period, snapping a 5-game losing streak against the Eagles with a 67-65 win. The Cowboys got a big night from their main man, 6'5" senior Brennan Brumbaugh in that win. He had 24 points. Brumbaugh on the year averaging 18 points per game. Again, the Cowboys have been struggling mightily on the offensive end of late. Held to a season low 25 points their last time out in a 47-25 loss at home against Holcomb on Friday night. It's 3 losses in 4 for the Cowboys. They're only winning that stretch victory over Class 1A St. Francis. They have been drubbed on the road by Lakin and Holcomb and also lost to Scott City. The Colby Eagles, however, are also in a bad way. They have lost 5 straight games following a 72-56 loss Friday night at Hugoton. The Eagles haven't won since going 2-0 in pool play at the Orange and Black Classic here at the Community Building. Their last win coming January 22nd over Beloit. Since then, losses to 2 teams that are ranked number 1 in their respective classes, Hayes and Hoxie, and losses to 3 other very good teams as well, Holcomb, Norton, and Hugoton. Head coach Park McKee is hoping it's a learning experience for his Colby boys, and that this will make them tougher when Sub-State comes around. But this is an Eagle team that desperately needs a W, and they are out for it tonight to try and win the season series over the Cowboys. We'll hear from head coach Park McKee after this break as the Funk Optometry pregame show continues. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride.
I'm Darrell Henry, your Colby Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride. Call me or stop by my office at 485 North Court for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
People's State Bank offers 10 convenient locations statewide. Whether you're looking for a loan, personal or business accounts, ATMs, mobile banking, or bill pay, PSB wants to help you. At People's State Bank, we take pride in our communities. Check us out at psbbanks.com. People's State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome
Welcome back into the Funk Optometry pregame show. I'm Dan Lucero. We're getting you set for game number 2 of our Colby basketball doubleheader tonight, the boys contest between the Eagles and the Goodland Cowboys. And I am joined, as I am before every Colby Eagles game, by the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Parker McKee. And Parker, the last 5 times out have all been losses for the Eagles, and it has been a very difficult schedule as much as anything else that has contributed to this losing skid. What right now is the attitude and the demeanor of this basketball team? Is this a group that's been able to remain positive, find the positives, and continue to work hard and practice every day?
Well, I think our attitude as a coaching staff is to continue to try to implement them that, we've got a chance. We've just got to stay true to who we are, stay consistent, try to work hard every day in practice to get better. And I think the kids, obviously they're wanting to win. They're eager to win. They were really, I would say, probably discouraged after the Hugoton game. It's something that, with having, the success the last couple of years that the program's had, not really had to handle and overcome a losing streak like this. So I think that the kids understand that it's a challenge and that, they're probably eager to get out there and give it their next go.
What strides forward did you think your team took in that Hugoton game? Because Hugoton's the kind of team that when you play a really good team, you can play well and still get beat. You can do some things well and still get beat because the other team just does what they do a little bit better. Did you feel like you did some things well enough to feel like there were some positives, there were some stepping stones that you could take from that Hugoton game?
At times, I felt like we, I guess number one, the scoring is a little bit more balanced. Peyton Harrison ended up with 21, which, he put a solid game. But, the supporting role, even Bryce coming in and hitting a 3 early on, and Jacob coming in and, getting some buckets and getting to the foul line when he got in early in the game, are good signs and good things we can point to because we need a little bit more spark coming off of our bench to provide us with the depth that we need to, I guess, excel late in the season. But so I think those are some important points that we can really say, like, hey, look, we're getting better in this department. Defensively, I felt like in the half court, Hugoton's obviously really hard to guard, but I felt like for the most part we did a good job half court defensively. Our transition defense was not very good at all. We gave up a lot of easy buckets, and that was just simply for the fact that we weren't sprinting back and finding the ball. And so those are things that we can point to and say, hey, look, these are departments we can really improve on. Here's some things that we did good, and how do we get this to be balanced out so we can be a little bit more consistent as a team.
Tonight's opponent is the Goodland Cowboys, and we'll get Parker McKee's thoughts about where his team stands going into tonight's game after we take this short break. You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride.
Hi, this is Darren Steegert with Farm Credit of Western Kansas and Colby. At Farm Credit, we support rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services. Farm Credit's mission is providing farmers and ranchers with the capital they need to make their business successful. And because a steady flow of credit means more jobs and economic growth, Farm Credit is helping invest in the vibrancy of your local community. See me on Wednesdays at RM Jakeway Abstract in St. Francis or call me at 785-462-1116.
Jim's finally taking that safari he's always dreamed of, but against Agnes's advice, Jim didn't get his eyes checked at Funk Optometry before leaving. Let's check in.
On the left side, we have the majestic African...
Zebras! I see them!
Wildebeest. On the right...
It's an elephant! I thought their trunks would be bigger.
That is a hippo. They don't have...
I didn't know there were kangaroos in Africa! I need a picture!
Wait, no, get back in...
Hi, see all of life's big moments clearly. Get your eyes checked at Funk Optometry in downtown Colby at Winnetonka today.
Those kangaroos are vicious!
We continue on the Funk Optometry pregame show. I am Dan Lucero. We're moments away from the start of the boys' game tonight at the community building between Colby and Goodland. Our conversation with the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Parker McKee, continues. And Parker, your team has seen Goodland twice this year. You're plenty familiar with the Cowboys. You've split the first 2 meetings, so this is the rubber match. Remembering back to that game at the Max Jones Fieldhouse back in January, that 67-65 overtime loss, I have to think think that stands as one of the more frustrating moments of this season, a game that just kind of did get away from you there in overtime. What lessons can you remember from that game, and can your players take from that game as they prepare to see the Cowboys again tonight?
Well, we had Goodland down, I think, almost double figures in the fourth quarter. If it wasn't 10, it was close to 10. And we just kind of allowed them to hang around. We came down and we took some hurried shots on the offensive end, and we really didn't have that sense of urgency to get that from a 10-point lead up to a 12 or a 14-point lead. And so allowing Goodland to kind of hang around in that fourth quarter really gave them a lot of confidence, I'm sure, and they played a little bit more aggressive than we did in the fourth quarter. So I think the message to the kids tonight is very clear. It's that first 3 minutes of the game, we're going to set the tone to find out who we are, if we can come out in that first 3 minutes, then I feel like we'll be real competitive. But it's one of those deals where if our kids don't see that ball go through the rim early, I hope that they're not like saying, "Oh, here we go again." So I think mindset's everything going into tonight and winning that first 3 minutes, and then the rest should be just within the rhythm of the game.
What things do you have to do to limit Goodland offensively? They have struggled of late on their schedule, but they did score 67 in that overtime game. What are the things you have to do a better job of defensively against them?
Well, we've got to understand what their personnel is and what their strengths are. For instance, if they've got a big out on the perimeter, maybe we should close it out a little bit shorter and make them shoot a contested jump shot opposed to closing out long and allowing them to drive by. And because Goodland's bigs are real athletic, they can put the ball on the floor, and so understanding what the personnel is. Obviously, Brumbaugh is a kid that can put up a lot of points in a little amount of time. I think he had 14 in the fourth quarter against us over there at Goodland. So, that assignment will go a little bit different tonight. I think we'll probably mix it up and put Jaron and Ryan both on him. And maybe that gets Ryan into the flow of the game a little bit more if he's loading really difficult offensive player like Brumbaugh to kind of spark his offensive game as well.
Offensively, you have been led of late by the play of Peyton Wallmeyer, and he seems to be getting better and better as the season goes on. He had 21, you mentioned, in the loss to Hugoton Friday night. How important is it to get him going, and how important has the added three-point threat that he has shown the last handful of games been, not just for his offense, but in helping to stretch the floor for everybody else who's out there with him?
Well, for Peyton, I think just the fact that he is such an unselfish player, he doesn't really care who gets the credit. I've been constantly in the last couple of years telling him he needs to be a little bit more assertive, aggressive, trying to, find ways to, put the ball in the basket when he's up, in good position instead of kicking it out. And so I think that, it's really important for our success because it creates a lot of different opportunities for our kids where if, he gets off early and they're going to go double, he's going to find the open guy. And so, obviously, Peyton's a tough guard for a lot of high school teams, and our kids have done a good job of finding him in spots where he can be effective.
Parker McKees, head coach of the Colby Eagles. Parker, best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Dan.
We will have the starting lineups and the start of this one from the community building. When we return, you've been listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
When Eugene of Office Works and Home Furnishings wanted to do a commercial, he thought about writing a catchy song. Oh, yeah. Or even jumping up and down, swinging his samurai sword, talking about slashing prices. But when you've been in the business for 25 years, you don't need some gimmicky commercial. At Office Works and Home Furnishings, they sell and service quality products and brands, including Lazy Boy and Soda. Plus, they'll bring it all right into your home for free. Shop the competitive prices of Office Works and Home Furnishings on South Range in Colby today. Eugene does not have a samurai sword. From what we know.
Jim's finally taking that safari he's always dreamed of, but against Agnes's advice, Jim didn't get his eyes checked at Funk Optometry before leaving. Let's check in.
On the left side, we have the majestic African...
Zebras! I see them!
Wildebeest. On the right...
It's an elephant! I thought their trunks would be bigger.
That is a hippo. They don't have...
I didn't know there were kangaroos in Africa! I need a picture!
Wait, no, get back in the...
Hi, see all of life's big moments clearly. Get your eyes checked at Funk Optometry in downtown Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie today.
Those kangaroos are vicious!
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Welcome back to the community building. It's time to meet the starting lineup for tonight's boys basketball GWAC contest between Colby and Goodland. The visiting Goodland Cowboys, 6-9 overall, 0-2 on the season, coached by Mike Dahl. We'll start like this. At the point, Matt Nemechek, a 6-foot junior. At the 2, Colt Whitten, a 6-foot freshman. At the 3, Brennan Brumbaugh, a 6'5 senior. At the 4, Leighton Cure, a 6'4 senior. And at the 5, Devontae Hardy, a 6'5 sophomore. Nemechek, Whitten, Brumbaugh, Cure, and Hardy for the Cowboys in black. The Colby Eagles, 6-9 on the year, 1-1 in the GWAC, coached by Parker McKee. They will go back to the starting lineup they have used almost exclusively before Friday night at Holcomb. Hunter Vaughn is at the point, a 5'9 sophomore. At the 2 is Ryan Myers, a 6'2 senior. At the 3, Jaron Rush, a 6-foot senior. At the 4, Jacob Wetter back in the starting lineup tonight, a 6'3 senior. And in the post is Peyton Wallmeyer, a 6'5 senior. Vaughn, Myers, Rush, Wetter, and Wallmeyer for the Eagles in home white. Goodland starts with the basketball. They go left to right as you listen. Colby right to left. We are set for round 3 between these rivals, separated by 34 miles of I-70. Nemechek inbounding to Brumbaugh in the backcourt, and we are underway. Man-to-man defense from Colby to start. It's Myers who draws the assignment on Brumbaugh. Hardy outside on the left, back to Brumbaugh, top of the key, fakes the 3, driving on Wallmeyer, now backs up to the top of the key. Got Wallmeyer on a switch, driving with the right hand, into the paint he goes, collided with Russ, threw it up at the basket, it hit nothing, and floated out of bounds. Brumbaugh wanted a foul, no whistle, it's out of bounds. Colby ball. Not sure if he scored that a shot attempt or a turnover. I think that's going to be a turnover because the ball never even scared the rim. Man-to-man defense from the Cowboys as Colby comes forward for their first offense position. Hunter Vaughn stops his dribble up top, nearly traveled, lob to Wetter, low post left side. Wetter backing down Brumbaugh, stops his dribble, pitches out to Myers left wing. Now Wallmeyer between the circles. And off to Vaughn on the wing, pull onto the foul line, pull a 15-foot jumper. Off the back rim, rebound, fought for. Wallmeyer's got it, power dribble, hit, fake, late with a right hand, good. Peyton Wallmeyer picking up the loose change. He's got the first 2 for Colby tonight, but nobody gets back on defense for Colby. Leighton Cure streaking ahead. Nemechek gets it in stride, and Cure lays it in to tie the score. 1 minute into the first quarter, 2-2. Rush, free throw line extended on the right for Colby. Beating the cutter, it's Wallmeyer backing down into a double team. Kick to Vaughn, extra pass, Myers left wing. 3-ball switch. Ryan Myers from behind the arc, his team leading, 44th made 3 of the year. 5-2 Colby. Cure in the front court in the right corner, out to the wing for Linton. The freshman puts it on the deck, shuffling to the top of the key. Hunter Vaughn on him. Left wing pass for Nemechek, who thought about the 3. Puts it on the deck, picks it up, lobs inside, catching his Hardy, low block left. His layup is swatted, access denied by Peyton Wallmeyer. Colby out ahead, Rush in the right corner. Hardy out to guard him, bounce pass back to Wetter on the right wing. He hands to Vaughn between the circles. Colby sets up the half court. High post back to Wetter, facing away from the basket on the right elbow. Fakes a long 2, dribbles outside the arc, lobs it from Myers back on the elbow. He's backing down Brumbaugh, spins baseline right, fall away, kisses off the glass. Ryan Myers with 5 early points. Colby flying offensively to start. They lead 7-2, 2 minutes in. Colby into the front court, Brumbaugh between the rings, or rather Goodland into the front court, I should say. Brumbaugh angles right, pass in the right corner for Nemechek, back out top for Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh driving with the left hand, into the paint, into a double team. Flips the pass in the left corner and open, Lincoln for 3. Off the back rim, long rebound, Jaron Rush, weak side for Colby. Off the head, Vaughn up the right side of the floor. Into the front court, picks up his dribble, out for Wallmeyer between the circles. Payne goes to left wing, fakes the handoff and drives into a triple team, dumps it across the post to Rush. Rush falling out of bounds, pass deflected from underneath, came all the way out top for Myers. Now Wallmeyer has the back left elbow. Turnaround 15-foot jumper on the way in and out, rebounded by Hardy underneath for Goodland. 7-2 Colby, 5:15 to play first quarter. Nemechek kicks left corner for Cure. Cure fakes the 3, dumps it to Hardy on the post, spinning inside on Wetter, and he lays it up and in. First 2 for Devontae Hardy, cuts the Colby lead to 7-4. Hardy, the 4th leading scorer on this Goodland team, just over 6 points a game. Not a Colby or Goodland team that scores proficiently, just 47 points per contest. Colby at 47.9. Wallmeyer, step back 3 on the left wing on the way, off the heel. Hardy again rising for the board. Nemechek in the front court for Goodland. Long pass across to the right wing. Cure rises and fires a 3. Air ball. The rebound run down by Jacob Wetter for Colby, weak side. Hunter Vaughn streaks into the front court, staying in front of him is Linton the whole way. Wetter angles left and hands to Ryan Myers on the wing. Myers back to Wetter in the corner. Back out to the wing for Myers. Reversed all the way into the right corner for Vaughn, who fakes a three. Vaughn jab steps, comes around a Wallmeyer screen, open on the right wing for a triple. That's too strong. Flying in for the offensive board, Jaron Rush on the right baseline. Tried to feed it across the post. It was deflected by Hardy, who tried to fling it back and down. He hit the backside of the backboard. That's a dead ball, and Colby gets it back. 2 subs for Goodland. Manny Gonzalez, the 5'7" freshman, and Trevor Days, a 6'2" senior, check in, replacing Linton and Hardy. A new guard and a new post for the Cowboys. Hunter Vaughn, 2 inbound, the basket to his left underneath. Fakes a lob, fakes into the corner to Wetter, now finds Myers, short corner, and his 10-foot jumper, nothing but nylon. Fast start for Ryan Myers, he's got 7. 9-4 Colby, halfway through the first quarter. Myers, who didn't score until the fourth quarter against Hugoton, getting busy early as Leighton Sure misses a driving runner, gets his own rebound, missed the putback, loose ball rebound. Wallmeyer's got it for Colby. Ahead to Vaughn, here come the Eagles. 3-on-2. Vaughn down the middle of the paint, and he's fouled on his way to the 10 before he could get the layup up. That foul on Aniel Mayoral, who just checked into the game, missed that one. A 5'7" senior in for the first time tonight. Mayoral's first foul, and the first on either team. Inbound is a lob, left block, Wallmeyer. Back to the wing for Vaughn. Vaughn traveled. Turnover number 1 for Colby. 3:40 left in the first quarter. Colby 9, Goodland 4. Goodland in the front court, Brumbaugh 30 feet out high left. Days sets the screen. Brumbaugh shifting to his right, wants a switch. It doesn't happen. Myers doing a good job fighting through the screen to stay on Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh has it back left wing, hand off to Gonzalez. Myers switches on to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives into the paint, up and under fake, and the floater around the rim and home. First 2 for Manny Gonzalez off the bench. That's the Colby lead to 9-6 with 3:10 left in the first. Vaughn to Wetter out on the right wing for Colby. Lob for Wallmeyer, top of the key, left wing for Vaughn. Wetter wants it in the post and sets Myers top of the key. Myers swings it for Wallmeyer on the right wing. Bounce pass for Vaughn on the block. Vaughn backing down to smaller Gonzalez, spins into the middle of the paint, kicks it out to Myers, left wing, an open three-pointer. You bet! Ryan Myers is stealing it. 10 first quarter points, including a pair of threes. Colby doubling up Goodland 12-6 with 2:40 left in the first. All ready for Ryan Myers, his 12th double-figure scoring game of the season. Mayoral, right wing, drives on Rush, bumped off his mooring, threw it into the right corner, deflected by Vaughn out of bounds. Possession stays with the Cowboys. Horn blue, waiting on the sub. There he comes. It's Devontae Hardy back in the game, checking in for Leighton Shure. Colby makes their first sub of the night. It's Shane Puckett, the 6-foot sophomore. He replaces Jaron Rush. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Colby up 12-6. The inbound to Mayoral on the right wing. Into the post for Days, backing down Wallmeyer. The layup is up and good, but it won't count. Offensive foul. Days stuck the shoulder into Wallmeyer, who grimaces a bit as he comes back up the court. It's an offensive foul on Trevor Days, his first. Team second foul, and the second turnover on Goodland. Mike Dole does not like the call on the Goodland sideline. Wanted an explanation from the official who blew the whistle. Colby ball the other way with a 6-point advantage. Myers between the rings, right side for Wetter. Wetter one dribble into the corner, back to the wing with a pass for Myers. Myers driving on Brumbaugh to the foul line. Spins back to his right, beats Wetter. Wetter out on the perimeter, picks up his dribble, Days in his shorts defensively. Coming to take the pass deep in the corner is Wallmeyer, guarded by Hardy. Ball took a funny carom on Wallmeyer. He had to punch it to Myers between the circles. Myers feigns the drive, swings it left side for Vaughn. Vaughn driving on Mayoral, kicks to Wetter. Wetter drives the left baseline into the paint. His wiener misses short as there was a collision, but it was clearly Gonzalez trying to draw a charge, and Gonzalez was never contacted by Wetter, but Wetter was spooked enough that he left the shot short, and the rebound hit Wetter on its way out of bounds. So for Colby, Wetter goes to the bench, replaced by Jaron Rush. And the official having a word with Manny Gonzalez, and he may be telling him, hey, son, don't flop, because that's what that was. Minute 45 and counting to play here in this first quarter. It's Goodland ball. They trail Colby 12-6. Bit of a dry spell for both teams. Driving is Mayoral. Hooks a pass into the post for Hardy. Low block left, but he banks it in. 4 points for Devontae Hardy to lead Goodland. They trail 12-8 with a minute and a half left in the first. Wallmeyer top of the key, right back for Vaughn on the wing. He fakes a three. Now rush left side for Myers. Myers off a rush screen into the paint. Steps back at the foul line. Fall away jumper. Nothing but nylon. Don't touch Ryan Myers. You'll scald yourself. He's got 12 first quarter points, 14-8 Colby. Approaching 1 minute to play in the opening quarter. Brumbaugh in a double team. Nearly threw it away. Came out to Mayoral on the left wing. Mayoral picks up his dribble. Pressured by Vaughn. Across right for Gonzalez. And Goodland resets their offense. Bit of a zone look here from Colby. Left corner Brumbaugh rises up for a 3 over Rush. Too strong. Rebound falls to Myers. Weak side for Colby. 45 seconds left in the first. Long lead pass ahead for Rush down the right sideline. Rush pinned under the basket, able to hoist it out to the top of the key for Myers. Myers on the drive, cut off by Gonzalez. Steers it around with a right wing pass for Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn with the big guy Days on him. Now on a switch, Brumbaugh picks him up. Around the horn it comes to Puckett left wing with 27 seconds in the quarter. Puckett to Rush, top of the key, right wing for Myers. Myers driving on the much smaller Gonzalez. Into the paint he goes. Scoop shot up off the top of the backboard, but a foul is whistled, and Colby will shoot free throws for the first time tonight. Ryan Myers headed to the line. Foul's called on Devontae Hardy, his first team foul number 3. I had mentioned briefly that Ryan Myers did not score until the fourth quarter Friday night against Hugoton, had all 9 of his points in the fourth. He is now wasting any time getting involved tonight. Colby's leading scorer at 15 points a game, has 12 already, and he's at the line for the first time tonight. Gets the shooter's roll on the first free throw. Jacob Letter in. Peyton Wallmeyer checked out for Colby. And for Goodland, Cole Linton's back in the game, as is Leighton Cure and Matt Nemechek. So Mike Dahl's got his starting 5 on the floor. One more free throw coming for Ryan Myers. It's on its way, and it switches through. Myers with 14 in the quarter. Colby with a 16-8 lead. Final 15 seconds of the first. Nemechek against full court pressure, bounces up the right sideline to Brumbaugh with 12 seconds. Brumbaugh with the dribble. Pucking on him. Right corner Linton with 7 seconds. Back to Brumbaugh with 5. Brumbaugh off the screen. Top of the key. Shoots a contested 3. It's off the mark, but a foul is called on Hunter Vaughn on the shot. And that whistle came late. Vaughn did bump Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh kicked the leg out a little bit, a la Reggie Miller. But there was definitely contact. But I felt like the official waited. He wasn't going to call an and-1. He was going to wait and make sure that shot missed before he blew the whistle. And Brumbaugh heads to the line for 3. His first free throw try on the way rattles in. An 80% foul shooter, Brumbaugh. He's a much better bet from here than he has been from 3. A prolific three-point shooter this year, but not a generally successful one. Just 25% from deep. That foul, by the way, was Colby's first of the night. It was on Hunter Vaughn. With 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Second of three free throws from Brumbaugh hits the heel and misses. Peyton Wallmeyer back in, replacing Shane Puckett. Goodland makes the change as well. Manny Gonzalez replacing Matt Nemechek. One more free throw on the way for Brennan Brumbaugh. He split the first 2. 3 bounces of the basketball, a deep breath, bend to the knees and a right-handed release. And he missed the third. And a foul on the rebound on Devontae Hardy going over the top of Ryan Myers. So Hardy picks up his second, and Brumbaugh misses 2 of the 3 free throws. I'm going to go ahead and file that one under ball don't lie. Inbound to Hunter Vaughn with 9/10 of a second left. Shot in the three-quarter court heave, and he made it, but I don't think it's going to count. He banked it in from 75 feet. I don't think it will count. The officials are conferring. He just turned and slung it and faked it clean through from the opposite free throw line. Hunter Vaughn loves to beat the buzzer, but will this one count is the question. The 3 officials still at midcourt conferring. It is still a mystery as to whether or not Hunter Vaughn's buzzer beater will count. You might just count it because it was awesome. How about that? If you can't decide, they wave it off. Getting at the end of quarter number 1. Colby 16, Goodland 9. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride.
With High Plains Co-op, it's great to know that the more things change, the more things stay the same. High Plains Co-op, with locations in Buxie, Dresden, Greenfield, Gem, Halford, Clark, Selden, and in Levant. They're here to give you the service you deserve. High Plains Co-op is available for your grain, fuel, and feed needs. Check out their website at highplainscoop.com for up-to-date markets. Standing with you is High Plains Co-op.
2468. Who do we appreciate?
Missy, aren't we doing an ad for Farmers and Merchants Bank promoting online banking?
Yes, Janine. I appreciate F&M for all their extras. Drive-through till 5:30 Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays 8 to 11, and the Dillon's location 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 10 to 3.
Don't forget online and mobile banking.
We have our roots where other banks have their branches. Stop in or call either Farmers and Merchants Bank location. Member FDIC. Farmers and Merchants Bank, together making a difference.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Start of the second quarter, Hunter Vaughn misses a layup, and then Kieran Rush very nearly has a steal the other direction. Coming from behind, Leighton Cure, who was one-on-one with Peyton Wallmeyer. He poked the ball out of bounds. Possession will stay with Goodland. 20 seconds into the second quarter. Colby leading after one, 16-9. Hunter Vaughn made about a 70-footer at the buzzer, but it came just a fraction too late. Inbound is a lob. There's nobody in the middle of the paint. Kieran Rush runs down the loose ball for Colby. Rush the other way, leaving it for the trailer. Wallmeyer now Vaughn left wing. Vaughn on the drive, down the left side, bumped on his way to the basket. A shooting foul or a foul on the floor is the question. I believe it will be a foul on the floor called on Goodland. Guilty party is Cole Linton. That's his first. Team foul number 5 on the Cowboys. But for Colby, Trevor Days checks in, replacing Devontae Hardy, who has 2 fouls. He is Goodland's leading scorer so far tonight with 4 points. Inbound to Jacob Wetter from underneath in the left corner. All the way around to Peyton Wallmeyer, top of the key, back left wing for Myers. Ryan Myers with 14 of Colby's first 16 points. Wallmeyer angles left, pitches to Rush. Rush on the drive, stripped to the basketball, loose on the floor, and gathered by Linton. He had it slapped away, loose ball to Plumbaugh. Goodland the other way, forcing the second Colby turnover of the night. Plumbaugh with the dribble high left, comes off a Day's screen to the right wing. Myers stays with it. Now drive with the right hand into a double team. Kick right corner. Linton contested 3 on the way. Switch. Right down the hatch. Cole Linton from behind the arc. He's a 37% three-point shooter. Best mark on the team. And it cuts the Colby lead to 4. 16-12. Minute and change into the second. Kieran Rush on the drive. Goes right to the basket. Passes defender Nemechek. And leads it in with the right hand. First 2 for Jaron Rush. 18-12. Rush coming off a game in which he scored 7 points Friday night at Hugoton, including his first made three-pointer of the year, and that could get Jaron unstuck offensively. Left corner, Nemechek thought about the 3, drives instead into the paint he goes, hooks a pass to Dave, low block left, shoots off the glass, left it short, rebound juggled in the air, and gathered by Peyton Wallmeyer for Colby. Out ahead for Rush in the right corner, out to Myers on the wing. Myers checked by Brumbaugh, stripped to the basketball, rolls out of bounds, and will stay with Colby along the right sideline. Rush, the inbound passer from beneath the free throw line, extended on the right. Vaughn pops free right wing, fakes a 3, drive with the left hand, behind the back to the right, spins to the left, and kicks out to Wallmeyer, top of the key. Good defense there by Linton to stay in front of the ball. Myers across to the right wing for Rush. Rush on the drive, cut off out to Wetter on the wing, who thought about the 3. Driving on Dace into a double team, pitches to the corner for Rush. Rush brings the dribble across and passes left wing for Vaughn. Vaughn into the paint, right-handed. Teardrop runner up over Cure, rattles through. First 2 for Hunter Vaughn. Colby's lead is back to 8, 20-12, with 5:45 to play in the first half. Linton right corner for Goodland. Finds Days on the block. Days double team. Kicks top of the key for Cure. No look pass to Nemechek. Low block left. His floater too strong. And Wallmeyer rips down another board for Colby. Foul to Vaughn. Vaughn ahead. Wetter is in front of everybody. Down the left. Head fake layup. Blocked from behind. And the loose ball rebound to Cure. Cure 1-on-2. He loses the basketball. And it's out of bounds to Colby. Cure got going too fast and lost control of the dribble. Turnover number 4 for Goodland. Sub for the Cowboys. Manny Gonzalez into the backcourt for Matt Nemechek. Colby very nearly had a breakaway layup, but Jacob Wetter caught it awkwardly and too far under the basket, and that allowed the Goodland defense to recover. Rush right corner for Colby, out to the wing Vaughn. Vaughn left side for Myers. On the back door, it's Wetter. Low block left. He turns and banks it up and in. First 2 for Jacob Wetter. All 5 Colby starters have scored. Colby's on a 6-0 run. They lead by 10, 22-12. with 5 minutes to play in the first half. Brumbaugh top of the circle for Goodland. Behind the back, dribble to his right hand, crosses to the left. Myers stays in front, spin to the right, floater with the right hand around the rim and in. First field goal for Brennan Brumbaugh, and a quick timeout taken by Goodland. Cowboys close to within 8, 22-14. This is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Brennan Brumbaugh averages 18 points a game for Goodland, and Ryan Myers has drawn that defensive assignment tonight and doing a good job staying on Brumbaugh. They have tried to high screen, Goodland has, to get a switch and to get Colby's big, particularly Peyton Wallmeyer, to guard Brumbaugh. They think Brumbaugh can be quick enough to take Wallmeyer off the dribble, but Myers has done a really good job fighting through that. There hasn't been enough separation on the screen for Brumbaugh to lose Myers entirely. So Brumbaugh's been a little bit frustrated on that high screen action that time, though. He got an isolation and a nifty spin move to the right. It was a tough shot, but he got it to fall. And it cuts the Colby lead to 22-14 with 4:49 left in the first half. Colby ball out of the timeout with the same 5. Their starting 5 tonight of Vaughn, Rush, Myers, Wetter, and Wallmeyer. It's Wetter on the right wing. Stops his dribble in the corner for Rush. Like a 2-3 zone here from Goodland. Wallmeyer in the short corner feeds the cutter Vaughn, who tried to tip it in one motion, but missed it too strong off the window. Rebounded by Brumbaugh. Goodland the other way. Brumbaugh bounces for Cure. Stripped to the ball by Rush. Loose ball, and it's Vaughn out of traffic with a nifty behind the back dribble. Vaughn down the floor with the left hand. Left the layup short. Rebound to Wetter. Layup good, and the foul for Jacob Wetter. Wetter fouled by Esteban Ordonez, who just checked in for Goodland, the 6-foot senior. That is his first foul. Team foul number 6 on Goodland. So Colby in the bonus for the final 4:20 of this first half. And they've got a 10-point lead. Jacob Wetter to the line, just 12 of 26 on the season. To convert the three-point play, off the mark to the right. Brumbaugh snatches the board. 24-14 Colby. High screen from Ordonez. Brumbaugh won't use it. Drives with the left hand. Stripped to the ball, but a foul is called. Jaron Rush caught with the hand in the cookie jar that time, and it's ruled a shooting foul as well. So Brumbaugh to the line for 2. The foul on Jaron Rush, his first, and team foul number 2. Rush has the look of a man who isn't entirely convinced he fouled the ball handler. Brumbaugh 1 of 3 at the line tonight. 4:09 to play in the first half. His first try here rattles home. One more coming for the standout senior. All tournament pick in both the top side and the orange and black tournaments for Goodland. And he goes 2 for 2. 24-16 Colby as we approach the midway point of quarter number 2. Ryan Myers has it high right in the corner for Jaron Rush. Rush stops his dribble on the wing. Pass over. Defender to Myers up top. Double team come. Back to Rush on the wing. Bounce pass short corner to Wetter. Wetter to the high post for Vaughn. Vaughn pulls it up and in from 5 feet. The defense collapsed on Wallmeyer on the block, and that left Vaughn alone for the floater. He's got 4. 26-16. Colby back up by 10. 3:40 to play here in the first half. Cure, a contested 3 from the left wing. Nothing but net. Up over Jacob Wetter. Leighton Cure doesn't shoot a lot of those, but he makes what he takes, 6 of 13 from distance. 26-19. Colby's lead down to 7. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Wallmeyer short corner left, double team coming. Wallmeyer spins baseline, finds Vaughn short corner left side. Back out to the wing for Rush. Now Myers between the circles, reverses to Wetter right wing. It's 2-3 zone for Goodland, trying to trap in the short corner. Myers thought about the 3 in the right corner. Skipped the pass to the left wing for Vaughn instead. Vaughn fakes the 3 and drives. Cut off by Brumbaugh. Pass to the high post for Rush. Rush floats it to Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer's laying with left hand. Good. Beautiful basketball against the zone. 28-19 Colby. That's Wallmeyer's second field goal, first of the quarter. He's got 4. Brumbaugh stripped by Myers, got the ball back. Now the right wing for Brock Moll, who just checked in. Moll across left wing for Gonzalez. Gonzalez steps back across the Cure. In the right corner to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh guarded by Myers. Spins to his left on the right elbow. Skip pass left corner for Gonzalez. Gonzalez traveled with the basketball. Turnover number 6 for Goodland. Pair of subs for the Cowboys. Cole Linton, Devontae Hardy at the table, replacing Ordonez and Gonzalez. .239 to play in the first half. Colby up by 9. They've led by as many as 10. 28-19 the score. Rush to the right wing, bounces in the corner for Wetter. To the low post right for Myers, double team. Dribbling around trouble, hands to Rush. Rush on the right elbow, back to Myers, top of the key, left corner to Vaughn. Vaughn is open for three. Too strong, long rebound to Cure. Quickly to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh brings it ahead up the left side. Colby scrambling back defensively. Brumbaugh step back three-pointer over Myers. Too strong off the window, rebound deflected out to Cure on the wing. Across the floor, right side for Linton. Linton drives on Vaughn. Into the paint he goes. Blocked from behind, but he's fouled hard. That's on Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn's second, team foul number 3. Cole Linton headed to the stripe. On the year, a 60% foul shooter. Standout freshman, has had some big games, hit some big shots in that win in overtime over Colby on January 12th. First free throw, nothing but net. Sub for Colby. Hunter Vaughn will sit, replaced by Shane Puckett. But first, Parker McKee calls a 30-second timeout. And so we'll stay here with 2:03 to play in the first half. Colby calls their first timeout of the night. Eagles with an 8-point lead, pending one more free throw from Cole Linton. Colby has never trailed in this one, led by 7 at the end of one. Went on a 6-0 run here in the second quarter to take a double-digit lead. All 5 starters for Colby have scored. Parker McKee has used just one reserve to this point. It's Shane Puckett, who's in the game now, replacing Hunter Vaughn, who's out with 2 fouls. With Vaughn on the bench, which doesn't happen often, that puts Ryan Myers at the point. One more free throw for Cole Linton as we resume out of the timeout. The free throw on the way, rattles in. 28-21, Colby by 7. 2 minutes now and counting the play in the first half. Rush high on the right, bounces across to the left for Myers, right back to Rush. In the right corner for Wetter. Double team descends. Wetter passes out of it to Rush along the sideline. Now Puckett left wing. Puckett bounces for Rush. Skip pass left corner Myers. He's free for 3. Bullseye! Ryan Myers, his third 3 of the first half. He's already got 17. 31-21 Colby with 1:35 to play in the first half. Mole top of the key for Goodland. Hand off to Linton on the right wing. Linton got away with a carry, working the dribble against Shane Puckett. Colby playing man-to-man. Right wing pass for Brumbaugh. Myers on him. Brumbaugh drives with the left hand. Into the paint he goes. Shoots a tough runner up over Wallmeyer, the help defender, and it falls in up the front rim. Couple of tough drives from Brendan Brumbaugh for his field goal. He's got 7 points to lead Goodland. 31-23 Colby. 65 seconds left in the first half. Wallmeyer, high post. Steps in for an 8-foot jumper and swishes it through. Sure, the defender on his hip, overcommitted going for the steal on the entry pass. So Wallmeyer stepped in and made the short jumper. 33-23 Colby by 10. Final 50 seconds of the first half. Sure, on the drive, looking to split 2 defenders, stripped to the basketball, and through the legs of Devontae Hardy, and it's Colby ball. Mike Dole confused by the ruling, but I do believe it's right. I thought that ball hit Devontae Hardy on its way out of bounds. Cure was definitely stripped on his way through, but I thought that ball did glance off of Devontae Hardy, and the official with a better angle on it than me thought so too. So it's turnover number 7 for Goodland. Colby ball with a 10-point lead. Wetter right wing for Puckett. Wetter got away with a bit of a carry there and a big bounce off the wood here at the community building. 25 seconds now. Brumbaugh outguarding Myers behind the volleyball line. Myers backs away to create space. Under 20 seconds. Colby maybe looking to hold for the final shot here. Myers backing up to create space. Right wing pass, Jaron Rush. 12 seconds. Rush up top for Wallmeyer. 10 seconds. Left wing Myers, 7 seconds. Myers looking to drive, cut off, around the screen with 4. Lost his footing, lost the ball. Rush had it, lost it. Nima checked the Brumbaugh. Half-court D, this will count, but it's way off the mark to the left as time expires in the first half. The Colby Eagles will take a 10-point lead into the locker room as they try and snap a 5-game losing streak and win the season series over the Goodland Cowboys. After Blake, it's Colby 33, Goodland 23. We're back after this with the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
This is Dr. Kristen Parker from Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. One of the top priorities at our clinic is making sure our patients are comfortable. For some, walking into a doctor's office of any kind can be nerve-wracking. Rest assured, we never ask or force anyone to do anything that compromises their comfort. After all, the whole point of chiropractic care is to make sure you feel better. For effective, comfortable, and professional care, make your next appointment with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. Learn more at nwkchiro.com.
Start the new year off right and take advantage of the red-hot buys at your local Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Save big now on storage totes, shelving, and tools. Plus, Hoover's is the place to shop for all of your winter season needs, including ice melt, snow shovels, and snow blowers, space heaters, insulation, the list goes on and on. Remember, they're also your local Benjamin Moore paint retailer. Make 2021 the best year yet with the help of Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Open every day but Sunday.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'll take a small Coke. McDonald's and get an ice-cold, delicious, any-size Coke for just $1. A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
There's something in your home's air this fall. Feel it? It's the perfect air that comes from reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. There are savings in the air, too. McKee Inc. is offering $1,350 in rebates, plus payments as low as $132 a month on a new Lennox system. To rethink your air and learn more, call McKee Inc. at 785-462-3132. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think McKee Inc., your local Lennox dealer. Conditions apply. See dealer for details. You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Time at the community building. Colby 33, Goodland 23 in this boys basketball contest. And Lucero back with you on the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. Colby has never trailed in this one, and Ryan Myers is the reason why. He got Colby out to a fast start of Colby's 16 first quarter points. Myers had 14 of them, including a pair of threes. Second of which gave Colby a 12-6 lead. They would push the lead to as many as 8, led by 7 at the end of one, 16-0. Goodland got within 4 early, but Colby went on a 6-0 run, take their first double-digit lead at 22-12. And they've kept Goodland from putting a run together ever since, keeping them at arm's length and maintaining that double-digit advantage. 33-23 is the halftime score. Colby leading Goodland. The third meeting of the year between these two teams. Colby trying to take the rubber match and avenge that overtime loss at the Max Jones Fieldhouse a little less than a month ago. We'll take another 2-minute break here on the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. When we come back, we'll give you the scoring leaders from that first half. We'll also recap what was a whale of a girls' game earlier tonight that saw Goodland knock off Colby for the second time this season in as many tries. That's coming up on the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Happy New Year, Kansas! It's 2021 and time for something different, like switching to Nextech Wireless. Want new devices? Mix and match 5 devices with unlimited data for $125 a month. Love your phone but not your provider? Switch and get $20 off your monthly bill. So bring the whole family to Nextech Wireless. Get new devices on us or bring your own. Spend a new kind of quality time together. Nextech Wireless. We are Kansas. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
One of the largest selection of combines in the entire Midwest is right now at your local John Deere American Implement dealer. Now, with the big selection of used machines, they're all clean, they're ready to roll, they have the service and parts team behind them, they're priced to sell with incentives like low financing, plus amazing lease deals. Yes, combines, plus tractors, sprayers, grain carts, and more at 16 different locations. Contact your local favorite salesman at your local American John Deere dealer. American Implement.
The success of our local farmers is critical to the success of our community. At Western State Bank, our experienced ag lenders are familiar with the volatility of the ag economy. That's why we offer ag lending and banking solutions designed to help farm operations succeed. From operating lines of credit to equipment and livestock loans to farm real estate loans and FSA partnership financing, our ag lending solutions make your operation possible. Learn more at WSBKS.com.
Western State Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Colby 33, Goodland 23 at the half here at the community building in this boys basketball GWAC contest as the Cornerstone Ag halftime show continues. Leading scorers for Goodland, it was Brennan Brumbaugh with 7 points, Cole Linton and Leighton Keeler 5 apiece, 4 points for Devontae Hardy, 2 points for Manny Gonzalez. Colby got 17 points from Ryan Myers, including 14 in the first quarter. It was 6 points for Peyton Wallmeyer, 4 apiece for Hunter Vaughn and Jacob Wetter, and 2 points for Jaron Rush. Earlier tonight, another thriller between Colby and Goodland. And Goodland may be 2-0 now against Colby this year, but there's not a whole lot between these two teams, as the two meetings this year were decided by a combined 5 points. Goodland with a 3-point win at the Max Jones Fieldhouse January 12th, and a 2-point win tonight, 48-46. The second quarter proved to be Colby's demise as they were outscored 18-4 in the second quarter. Trailed by 13 at the half, trailed by as many as 19 halfway through the third quarter. But Colby rallied back. They went on a 12-0 run. They got within 8 at the end of 3. They got within 2 early in the fourth quarter thanks to back-to-back three-pointers by Brianna Barnett. And they were within 1 with 4 seconds to play, but Colby couldn't foul quick enough. They didn't get the foul until there were 4/10 of a second left in the game. Michaela Bierman made the first free throw. She did not try to intentionally miss the second, but she did, and Colby was unable to get a desperation heave off before time expired. Colby was led by 16 points from Emma Curry in the loss. Brooklyn Jones added 10. Alexa Weir, the standout for Goodland, as Tom Stevens put it on the postgame show. She's kind of a good shooter. She had 5 made threes. That's part of her game high 21 points to lead the way for the Cowgirls. Cowgirls now are 14-2, and they remain perfect 3-0 in the GWAC. Colby Girls 8-8 and 2-1, so 1-2 in GWAC play. Colby Boys lead this with 33-23, second half next. You've been listening to the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. The Eagles on radio, 100.3 to Rad.
Almonds understands what you're going through. Almonds here for you to honor the lives of those dear to you. Northwest Kansas turns to Farm Mortuary. Farm Mortuary. Sometimes the load's too much to carry. When it's time, call on Almonds.
Jim's finally taking that safari he's always dreamed of, but against Agnes's advice, Jim didn't get his eyes checked at Funk Optometry before leaving. Let's check in.
On the left side, we have the majestic African... Zebras! I see them! Wildebeest. On the right... It's an elephant! I thought their trunks would be bigger. That is a hippo. They don't have... I didn't know there were kangaroos in Africa! I need a picture! Wait, no, get back in the...
Hi, see all of life's big moments clearly. Get your eyes checked at Funk Optometry in downtown Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie today.
Those kangaroos are vicious!
Before Taco John's, what was Tuesday? I'll tell you, nothing. Non-existent. Nada. Nobody talked about Tuesday. Then Taco John's introduced the Tuesday to the taco. And booyah, Taco Tuesday was born. Taco Tuesday is so great, we even trademarked it. We literally own Taco Tuesday, the one day of the week when you get to own Taco John's classic crispy tacos for an insanely good price. It's the original Taco Tuesday, and there's only one place to find it. Taco John's. Unwrap the original.
Taco John's of Colby.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Third quarter is underway for the community building, and Goodland's Brennan Brumbaugh starts it with a made 3 out of the left corner to close Colby's lead to 7 points at 33-26. We're 30 seconds in to quarter number 3. Dan Lucero back with you. Both teams with their starting 5s on the floor. Colby operating left to right here in the third quarter. Hunter Vaughn, left wing, looking for 3, and he buries it. Hunter Vaughn from downtown, nothing but net. His 21st 3 of the year, 36-26. Colby back up by 10. It's Vaughn, Wetter, Myers, Rush, and Wallmeyer for Colby. And a steal on the other end. Peyton Wallmeyer reaching in to poke an entry pass away from Devontae Hardy at steal. Hunter Vaughn the other way, behind the back dribble, trying to create space for Matt Nemechek. Right wing pass for Ryan Myers. Down the corner, Vaughn. Vaughn drives the baseline. Underneath the basket, shoots a runner over Hardy, and it's a wedgie. It got stuck in the corner of the rim. The arrow goes to Colby. That's a possession arrow play, a held ball, and Colby has the arrow. So they will maintain possession after the wedgie. And we have a stoppage here. It looks like maybe Peyton Wallmeyer has some blood on his jersey or something that needs to be attended to. Wallmeyer's removing his number 23 jersey, so he'll have to be replaced for the moment by Shane Puckett. And I wonder what number the blood jersey is. We haven't seen it all year. Looks like it's number 2 or 32. Colby ball on the inbound to Myers. Low block right, spins his way into the paint, shoots a little 5-foot one-legged floater, left it short. Rebounded by Brumbaugh for Goodland. Minute change into the third quarter, 36-26 Colby. It's Linton, Nemechek, Brumbaugh, Cure, and Hardy, the 5 for Goodland. Brumbaugh's got it left wing, and we have a whistle. Maybe they were going to call a travel instead. It's a foul away from the ball. The official from underneath blowing the whistle. And Jacob Wetter called for a foul, jockeying for position with Devontae Hardy. Wetter's first on either team in the half. Puckett out. Here comes Wallmeyer. He should switch the digits. Normally number 23, he's now wearing number 32. Brennan Brumbaugh to inbound for Goodland. Hoop to his left underneath. The lob for Hardy on the elbow. And we have a whistle, and Hardy traveled with the ball before he passed it away. Turnover number 9 for Goodland. Colby ball the other way. Hunter Vaughn jogging up the left side. Pass ahead for Rush in the front court on the wing. He bounces past the defender to Vaughn. Vaughn pull up in the middle of the paint. 8-foot jumper too strong. And then a foul on the rebound. As Sharon Rush got to the spot first, he got hacked across the body by Leighton Cure. Cure's first foul, first on the Cowboys. Baseline inbound for Colby. Vaughn to trigger. Has the ball from the official. Lobs to Rush on the left wing. Across quickly for Myers on the right wing. Myers to Wallmeyer. Short corner right. 15-foot jumper. Nothing but net. Peyton Wallmeyer flashing the mid-range. He's got 8. Colby leads by a dozen. 38-26, their largest lead. And the other way on the drive, Cure along the right baseline is fouled and tumbles to the deck. Foul is called on Sharon Rush, reaching in his second team foul number 2. Sub for Goodland. Hardy to the bench in frustration. Slaps the hand of the man who replaced him, Esteban Ordonez. So a smaller lineup here. The 6-foot Ordonez replacing the 6'5 Hardy. Inbound to Nemechek. Nemechek tried to dump it back into the post for Brumbaugh, but it was kicked aside by Sharon Rush. On the kick ball, Goodland to inbound along the far right sideline. Nemechek flings it for Cure, and Cure bumped on the catch by Jacob Wetter. It's Wetter's second foul. Quickly 3 team fouls on Colby here in the second half. 6:07 to play in the third. 38-26 Eagles. Brumbaugh inbounding from underneath. Lobs for Ordonez on the elbow. Across the post to Cure. Back to the right wing for Brumbaugh. Drives with the right hand. Into a double team. Stops his dribble. Kicks out left wing Linton. Catch it. Shoot 3. Off the front rim. And Wallmeyer rises to rip down the rebound weak side for Colby. Wallmeyer brings it into the front court himself. Quickly to Vaughn left side. Vaughn in the corner left for Wetter. Wetter's got space. Didn't want the shot. Steps in and now feeds back to Vaughn. Vaughn fakes a 3. Looks to drive. Off the screen. Backs up to the top of the key. Cure picks him up. Left wing for Rush. Rush to the post. Myers backing down the middle of the paint. Turnaround jumper off the mark. Rebound is loose. And it hit off of Linton last. It did. Rush batted the loose ball, and they hit Linton in the thigh, and carried out of bounds underneath. Colby keeps possession. Sub for Goodland. Aniol Mayoral back into the game, replacing Matt Nemechek. Second chance here for Colby. Vaughn in the right corner on the baseline inbounding. Lobs for Myers on the wing. To Wallmeyer up top. He dribbles left and passes to Vaughn. Vaughn driving on Mayoral. Mayoral did well to cut him off. Skip pass up top for Wetter. Wetter angles right, hands to Rush. Rush, top of the circle, back to the right for Wetter. Myers wants it in the post. Wetter picks up the dribble. Bounces it to the top of the key, and Wallmeyer is there. Wallmeyer one-on-one with Ordonez. Left wing to Wetter. Or rather, Vaughn. Vaughn back to Wetter, right wing. Wetter fakes and drives on Cure. Into the paint he goes, and he's fouled on the layup. Good try by Jacob Wetter. He'll shoot 2. Foul on Cure, his second. Team foul number 2 on Goodland. Colby has a team 2 for 3 from the line. Wetter has the lone miss on a three-point play opportunity. The senior poised to shoot 2. First try on the way. Line drive off the front rim. 3 minutes into the third quarter, Colby by a dozen, 38-26. Trying to snap a 5-game losing streak here tonight. Wetter splits the pair. He's got 5 points for Colby tonight. And it's a 13-point Eagle lead, 39-26. Mayor left wing for Brumbaugh for Goodland. Off the Cure screen, Myers stays with him. Ordonez right wing for Mayor. Mayor off the screen to the top of the key. Now Cure. Left corner Brumbaugh with space, shoots a high arcing 3, and it drops in. Brumbaugh's hit a couple of threes here in this third quarter. He's got 13 points. The Colby lead down to 10, 39-29. 4:35 left in the third. Entry pass is in for Wallmeyer. Put away and stolen by Ordonez. A turnover for Colby, just their second. Mayoral through the paint. Kick left corner, went to the 3 from the spot. Missed it short. The rebound out of bounds off of Wetter. Wetter mistimed his jump and couldn't haul it in clean. Manny Gonzalez in for Cole Linton off the Goodland bench. Second chance opportunity here for the Cowboys off the turnover. Lob to Ordonez, dumps for Cure. Cure bullying Wetter inside. His layup, no. Got his own rebound. Stick back, no. Kick try, yes, and 1 for Leighton Cure. He would not quit on the play. Bird Parker McKee over at the Colby bench yelled, "Don't get sealed," and Jacob Wetter did. And ultimately it was Rush trying to help on the boards who committed the foul, his third. Cure's free throw rattles home. 3-point play, 6-0 run here for Goodland. And the Colby lead is 7, 39-32 as we approach the midway point of quarter number 3. Rush, high right, driving into the corner, kicks it back for Wetter with a jump pass to the top of the key. Back to the right wing for Rush. Rush off a screen. Ordonez picked him up and a little too aggressively. In fact, he's called for a reach-in. Second foul on Esteban Ordonez and the third on Goodland in the half. Sub for Colby, Rush departs, replaced by Shane Puckett. Puckett inbounding in front of the scores table. Into the backcourt comes to Vaughn. Vaughn with the right-hand dribble, passes to Wallmeyer out on the wing right. Wallmeyer into the post for Myers. Double team out to Puckett. Back to Myers. Backing down, triple team. Out to Puckett. Right corner, open 3. Too strong. Rebounded by Ordonez. Weak side for Goodland. Long lead pass ahead for Cure. Cure collides hard with Wallmeyer. And a travel called as Cure started his drive. But Wallmeyer goes down in a heap underneath the Colby basket. And he is grabbing his right shin. And though Wallmeyer's been playing through pain, you can see the grimaces on his face at times. And he went down in a heap there after the turnover, trying to sacrifice his body and draw a charge. And that's a football collision between two football players. Wallmeyer, of course, standout, tight end, defensive end, and Clayton Cure, the star quarterback for the Cowboys on the gridiron, who's headed to Fort Hays State to play his basketball. We have a stoppage with 3:32 to play in this third quarter. Colby leading by 7, 39-32. But right now, the chief concern is the health of Peyton Wallmeyer, the senior center for Colby. Underneath the Goodland basket, laying on his back, and the coaches are out, and the trainer is out to look at his right shin. Wallmeyer has his hands underneath his head and is lying flat on his back. And now he is helped to his feet and a little unsteady on that right leg, and he is going to be helped off the floor. And a big hand from the Colby and the Goodland contingents here at the community buildings. It's a rivalry, yes, by proximity, but that proximity also breeds a familiarity that makes it a very respectful rivalry. Most of these kids know each other after all. As Wallmeyer limps to the bench, he is replaced out on the court by Jaron Rush. It is Colby ball after the turnover. Jaron Rush to inbound along the left sideline in the backcourt. Goodland showing full court pressure. Hunter Vaughn able to pop free. He's guarded by Manny Gonzalez. Vaughn at the left side over the timeline. Angles to his right. Long pass to Jaron Rush on the wing. Mayoro guarding him. Top of the key for Wetter, and he's fouled from behind on a reach in by Ordonez. Ordonez a little over-aggressive again defensively out on the perimeter. That's his third foul. Both teams with 4 personals. 3:21 to play in the third. 39-32 Colby. Devontae Hardy to check in for Goodland. He replaces Ordonez. It's the big lineup for Goodland, and Colby is without their main big man. Peyton Wallmeyer limps to the end of the bench. Jaron Rush finds Ryan Myers, right wing, back to Rush, driving the right baseline. Looks the pass to Wetter. Wetter picks up his dribble, out to Myers in the right corner. Now Vaughn on top of the key for Colby. Vaughn off of Myers' screen, drives with the right hand, cut off, back to the top of the key. Myers stripped to the basketball, loose, Brumbaugh's got it. Brumbaugh lobbing for Cure, looking for the alley-oop. It never got near him, and the pass is out of bounds on the redirect off of Colby. Rush couldn't haul it in clean. So another Colby turnover, and Goodland an opportunity to get within 5 or 4 points here. After Colby led by as many as a dozen. Inbound left corner Gonzalez, spot up 3. Air ball, rebound weak side, caught by Puckett for Colby. Eagle ball with a 7-point advantage. Myers hands to Vaughn up top, Gonzalez chasing. Left wing pass for Rush. Hardy out to guard him. Bounce pass Wetter, top of the key, right wing for Vaughn. Vaughn to Rush underneath. Rush stepped on the end line. Another Colby turnover, their 5th. Getting a little greasy for Colby offensively. With Peyton Wallmeyer on the bench, and certainly can't say for sure whether he'll be back tonight. Colby's going to have to be a lot tougher in the post without their 6'5" center. Brumbaugh top of the key. Left wing pass for Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Hardy, head of the circle. Hardy on the back cut. Brumbaugh down the lane on the right. His layup is good. He beat Myers on the back cut, and it is an 8-0 run for Goodland to get within 5. 39-34, 2:10 left in the third. Wetter right wing for Colby. Top for Rush. Left wing to Vaughn. Vaughn, the Puckett top of the key. On the right wing for Rush. Now it's Puckett, or rather Vaughn. Low block right. His layup didn't stay down. It fell off the front rim. He was posting up the smaller Gonzalez, but couldn't get it to drop. Goodland rebounds there, going the other way. It's Brumbaugh on the left wing. Up top for Mayor. Chance to make it a one-possession game here for the Cowboys. Gonzalez on the drive. Bounce pass to Hardy all alone. Low block left. Layup good. The help defender came and left Hardy alone, and Colby needs a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here with 1:34 to play in the third quarter. Goodland is on a 10-0 run with Peyton Wallmeyer down injured for Colby, and they have closed the lead to 39-36 with 1:34 to play here in the third. And Colby now offensively is looking tentative and not confident, where that was not the case in their first half. Without Wallmeyer on the floor, that's 14 points a game. Colby's got to find a way to replace that offensive presence. Jacob Wetter has 5 points tonight. Jaron Rush has a hoop. Shane Puckett has yet to score. Those three have to take advantage of the opportunities presented them. If they're open, if they've got an opportunity on the block or a driving lane, they have got to take advantage. They have got to make Goodland respect everybody on the floor as a threat. Colby will make a change. Ian Rosales into the game for the first time tonight. 6'3" junior. Entering to bring some size. As Hunter Vaughn went to the end of the bench there to check on Peyton Wallmeyer. I'm not sure if he's getting taped up or iced up at the end of the Colby bench. I can't see it from my vantage point. But no question the Eagles miss him. 13-point lead down to 3. Colby ball out of the timeout. Final 90 seconds and counting of the third. Vaughn into the front court with the dribble with the right hand. Pass to the wing for Vaughn. Wetter. Wetter hounded, bounces away for Rosales between the circles. Rosales stops his dribble, over to Rush up top. Rush pivoting in all directions, finds Wetter between the circles. Letter, angles right, stops his dribble, bounce pass, Vaughn comes to get it right wing. Now Rush between the circles. Rush pitches back to Vaughn, right wing. Vaughn on the drive, step back, fake three, give to Myers. Myers, free throw line extended on the right, run ball all over it. Under 50 seconds to play here in the third. Lengthy Colby possession here. They're capable of taking some of the air out of the game, and I wonder if that's what Parker McKee told his team to do at the timeout. Rush, back to it. Rosales, slammed it with a right hand. Big Hoopery and Rosales off the bench. And a great assist from Jaron Rush from the right corner, finding the back cut. 41-36 Colby. 30 seconds to play in the third. Linton off the screen, into the paint he goes. Up and under fade, kick out Brumbaugh right wing. Brumbaugh checked by Myers. Down to 20 seconds to play in the third. Goodland may hold for one. They have the arrow. They'll get the ball to start the fourth. Good look for the double tap here. Down to 10 seconds. Brumbaugh still dribbling between the rings. Left wing pass, Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives the baseline. Stop, cut off, bounce pass. Left wing, Linton. Linton traveled before the shot with 3 seconds left. Linton kind of caught it in an awkward position off the screen on the left wing. And he had space, but he rushed it and dragged the pivot foot as a result. Well, if you want to beat the buzzer at the end of a quarter, Hunter Vaughn's your guy if you're Colby. Vaughn comes three down the right sideline. 2, 1, top of the key. Vaughn beats the buzzer, and it's too strong off the glass this time. He made a 70-footer in the first quarter that didn't count. That one would have counted but didn't fall. And at the end of 3, it's Colby by 5 over Goodland, 41-36. Back in a minute with the fourth quarter. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 to Rise.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents and Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster, just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
If you're thinking about a career change, consider becoming a physical therapist assistant. The Colby Community College PTA program is enrolling students now who want to help others while enjoying job security in a field that's expected to grow by 26% over the next decade. Contact CCC today and become a PTA in just 1 to 2 years. Classes are starting soon. Go to the Academics tab at colbycc.edu. Colby Community College Challenge. Create. Connect.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Fourth quarter time from the community building. Colby 41, Goodland 36. The Cowboys right to left, trailing by 5, start with the basketball. Brennan Brumbaugh into the front quarter, left wing pass for Cole Linton. Linton pitches to Leighton Cure, top of the key. Cure fakes an entry pass, hands to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh shoots the backup 3 over the screen and buries it. Brennan Brumbaugh with the hot hand in the second half for Goodland. He's got a game-high 18 for the Cowboys, and they're within 2, 41-39. As close as this game has been since the first quarter. Colby has led the whole way except for a 2-2 tie. Ian Rosales left wing for Hunter Vaughn for Colby. Up top for Jaron Rush. Colby playing without Peyton Wallmeyer, who left injured in the third quarter. Wallmeyer was on his feet to get a drink of water, but he remains at the end of the Colby bench. Ryan Myers on the drive into the middle of the paint he goes. He kicks out left corner. There's a collision. It's an offensive foul before Vaughn can shoot the 3. The charge called on Ryan Myers. Looked like Cole Linton drew it. Turnover number 6 for Colby. And Goodland can tie or take their first lead of the night on this trip. A common theme in the first 2 meetings between these two teams has been big late leads that get away. Goodland led by 11 late in the third in the first meeting. Colby won by 12. Colby had a double-figure lead in the fourth quarter in the second game. Goodland came back, won in overtime. Brumbaugh on the give-and-go. Cure blocked from behind by Ryan Myers. A super defensive play at the rim. Ball out of bounds, stays with Goodland. Myers followed the screen and slip, left his man, and went down to block the layup of Leighton Cure. Cure catches the inbound from underneath on the left block. Now Hardy underneath to Linton with the steal on the post. He banks it in with the right hand, and we're tied at 41. Brand new ball game with 6:55 left. Colby trying to hit a 5-game losing streak, and they are in trouble here. Leaking oil. Vaughn in the right corner. Trying to drive the baseline. Collides with Mayoral. Mayoral calls for the blocking foul. That's his second team foul, number 5. Both teams with 5 personals. Connor Vaughn to inbound. Right baseline. Lobs for Ryan Myers. Myers at 17 in the first half, has not scored yet in the second half. Vaughn in the right corner. Dribbles off a Rosales screen, top of the key for Wetter. Wetter hands to Rush on the left wing. Weave action. Bounce pass for Rosales between the circles. Right wing Ryan Myers. Now Vaughn in the corner. Thought about the three. Feeds the cutter into Rosales. Who lays it in? He draws the foul. Ian Rosales, huge off the bench with 4 points in relief of the injured Peyton Wallmeyer. And he's got a chance for the three-point play. He puts Colby back on top. The foul on Lind in his second puts Colby in the bonus the rest of the way as well. Ian Rosales with a season high now already for Colby. And the free throw on the way. In and out. Rebounded by Brumbaugh for Goodland. 43-41 Colby. Brumbaugh lost the dribble, able to get it back with no pressure in the backcourt. Now Mayoral right wing. Skip pass, Linton left wing. Colby into a 2-3 zone. Lob across right wing for Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh to the foul line. Stops there. Skip pass, left wing Mayoral. Mayoral on the drive. Jump stop in the paint. Bumped into a defender. Lost the ball. It rolled to Brumbaugh on the wing. Brumbaugh stops his bounce. High post Cure. And Cure traveled with the basketball on his drive. Leighton Cure does everything at about 1 billion miles an hour on the basketball court. He's such a great athlete, but every now and again that means his pivot foot gets a little bit out of control. And that's the second time he's traveled tonight. Here comes Colby with a 2-point lead. Myers, right wing. Backdoor lob. Vaughn was all alone, but the pass hit the basket support. Coming the other way is Mayoral. Mayoral to the cap, the finger roll, caught in the foul. Vaughn was wide open to make it a 4-point game, but the pass from Myers was a little long and it hit the rim. And then Mayoral, coast to coast, fouled by Rosales, his first foul. That puts Goodland in the bonus. And now Mayoral can give Goodland their first lead of the night with 5:34 to play. The senior fires the free throw. It's too strong. Loose ball rebound, and Ryan Myers on the floor, somehow able to come away with it. 43-43. Community building a buzz. Rosales, Vaughn right wing. Vaughn off a Wetter screen. Screen and slip, but the pass is too far out of reach of Jacob Wetter into the basket. Colby turns it over for an 8th time. Eagles sorely missing the presence of Peyton Wallmeyer. His scoring, his defense, his leadership, his poise in a moment like this. Went out midway through the third quarter with Colby up by 7. It's now tied. Hardy, short corner left against the zone. Skip pass, right corner. Linton, 3 for the lead. In and out, rebound loose. Brumbaugh's got it. His foul line jumper on the way, switches through, and Goodland has their first lead of the night, 45-43. Brumbaugh with 20 points, his fourth 20-point game of the season. 2 of those now coming against Colby. Wetter, left elbow, had the ball deflected away, got it back outside the arc. Wetter on the drive, into the paint he goes. He shoots a leaner, it rattles in. Jacob Wetter does it himself to tie it at 45. And the other way, Cole Linton, Colkert travel, trying to catch the Colby defense napping the other way, but the Eagles hustled back, and Linton dragged his pivot foot. Turnover number 13 for Goodland. 4:29 to play, tied at 45. Inbound in the backcourt to Ryan Myers. Colby really needs to get Myers back going. He had 14 in the first quarter, 17 in the first half. No points since. On, open up a screen, step back, 3 up top, in and out. Long rebound to Hardy, nearly stripped by Wetter, and we have a foul called on Wetter reaching in. Wetter's third, team foul number 7 on Colby. Devontae Hardy will shoot a 1-and-1 on the season. Hardy, a 56% foul shooter. Hardy has not attempted a free throw tonight. Goodland is a team 6 of 9 on the year. Goodland a 60% foul shooting squad. The sophomore's front end, he missed, but it doesn't matter. He committed a lane violation. He stepped over the line. Hardy subbed out, replaced by Matt Nemechek. Smaller lineup here for Goodland. With 4:13 to play in the game, tied at 45. Colby led by 13 in the third quarter. Goodland just recently took their first lead of the night. Colby ball with a chance to regain the advantage. Myers picked up the dribble. Pass to Rosales, top of the key. Rosales hands to Myers. Myers off the screen, colliding with Linton, spinning to his right, shovels to Vaughn, and fumbles it, able to regain it in front of the scorer's table near side right. Vaughn working the dribble. Pitches to Myers in the right corner outside the arc. Pass to Rosales. Back to Myers. Myers, the three-pointer. Yes! It rattled in! Ryan Myers from downtown. A post basket in the second half for Myers. Gives Colby a 48-45 lead. Mayor right wing. Thought about the open three. Out to Nemechek. Now ball by extra pass. Left corner waiting for three in the tie switch. And Goodland calls time. 3:24 to play, and all to play for. 48-48. A 30-second timeout will stay here. Ryan Myers, his fourth three of the night, his first field goal of the second half, very briefly gave Colby the lead, but Goodland moved the ball very well around the perimeter on that 2-3 zone, and Cole Litton, the freshman, dropped his second triple of the night. Goodland tonight has made 6 3-pointers. Colby has made 5. Tied at 48. Still no Peyton Wallmeyer for Colby. He was up and offering encouragement to his teammates, and he is walking, but very gingerly on that right leg. Have to believe he's done for the night. He was injured with Colby leading 39-32 with about 3.5 minutes left in the third. 48 all, Colby ball the other way. Vaughn in the front court, quick left wing pass for Jacob Wetter. Wetter up top for Ian Rosales, right wing for Vaughn. Vaughn feeds Wetter in the post. Wetter is double teamed, nearly stripped, and he is fouled across the arm. Jacob Wetter to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Reach in called on Nemechek, his first. Both teams with 17 fouls. Jacob Wetter tonight, 1 for 3 at the line. Big 1-and-1 here with 3:09 to play. Front end up. Got the shooter's roll. A line drive off the front rim. It crawled along the right side of the iron, hit the square, and dropped. And with that, Jacob Wetter ties the season high with 8 points. One more free throw tonight. Wetter left it short. Rebounded by Brumbaugh. Colby 4 of 8 as a team from the line, but they lead by 1, 49-48. 3 minutes to go at the community building. Nemechek left wing. Colby in that 2-3 zone. Left corner, Mayor. Hit past Brumbaugh, top back to Nemechek left wing. Spot up, wide open three. Wide open. Matt Nemechek gives Goodland a 51-49 lead. Just the fourth made 3 of the year for Nemechek. 2:40 to go. Rush in the left corner for Colby. Driving the baseline. Double team, kicks out to Wetter, top of the key. Wetter fakes the 3, dribbles left, stops on the wing, across to Vaughn. Vaughn drives with the right hand on Mayor. Step back, 10-foot floater, drops in. Hunter Vaughn with 9 points. We're tied at 51 with 2:15 to go. The rubber match between these two rivals delivering the goods here at the community building tonight. Colby staying in that zone. Mayor deep into the corner after the wing. Nemechek, another 3-pointer on the way. That one hit. 54-51, their largest lead for Goodland with under 2 minutes to play. Matt Nemechek came into tonight 3-12 on the season from deep. He has made back-to-back threes, and now Rosales turns it over to Nemechek with the steal. Nemechek bouncing ahead to Cure. Cure lays it in with 1:45 to go. 56-51 Goodland. Matt Nemechek standing up and being counted for the Goodland Cowboys here in the late stages. Colby down 5, they need a hoop. Rush stops, top of the key. Long pass ball in the right corner. He's open for a 3, short. Long rebound to Brumbaugh for Goodland. He dribbled it off his foot, loose ball to Mayor. And a timeout called on the Goodland bench. Full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break with 1:19 to go. Goodland 56, Colby 51. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride.
Hello, this is Josh Ryan with Farmers and Merchants Bank in Colby. Being the only locally hometown chartered bank, we know the importance of our customers. We offer checking and savings accounts, CDs, loans, online banking, bill pay, and so much more. Call us today at 785-460-3321. That's 785-460-3321. Stop in our main location downtown or our convenient Billings location with extended hours to visit with us about your financial needs. Farmers and Merchants Bank, together making a difference. Member FDIC.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Desperation a little bit for Colby. Down by 5 with 1:19 to play. Goodland 56, Colby 51. As Goodland is on an 8-2 run here late. Baseball pass on the inbound. Nemechek down the floor. It comes down to Mayoral. And Mayoral drives around 2 defenders. He's fouled before he can get to the rim by Shane Puckett. Puckett's first foul. Team foul number 8. It was a deep ball thrown by Matt Nemechek, and Shane Puckett just didn't get turned around soon enough. Mayoral saw it coming before Puckett did and was able to make the catch, twisting around to haul it in the breadbasket. That was team foul number 8 for Colby. 1-1 for Mayoral, who was 0 for 1 at the line tonight. A free throw for the senior. Off the back rim once, twice, no good. Rebounded by Ryan Myers. Colby gets the stop they needed. Now they need a hoop down by 5. Hand off Shane Puckett right wing. Puckett around top of the key. Right wing pass, Jacob Letter. He hands to Vaughn. Vaughn on the drive, into the post, right-handed, baby floater up over 2 defenders. No, the loose ball rebound to Mayoral. Mayoral strip. Loose ball is out of bounds. Last touch by Colby. .56 left. Goodland with the ball. Nemechek inbounding. Fires it into Cure. Right back to Nemechek. Their best foul shooter, by the way. Out ahead to Linton with 50 seconds. Linton running away from the defenders, and finally Jared Rush gives a foul with 48 seconds left. That's Rush's fourth. Cole Linton tonight is 2 for 2 at the line. On the season, 14 of 22. Goodland is a team 6 of 11 and 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Front of the last 1-1 by Linton. Colby led by 10 at the half. They led by 13 in the third quarter. They were up 7 when Peyton Wallmeyer went out injured. It was a completely different game after that. Goodland now up by 6 and make it 7. 58-51, 45 seconds and counting. Hunter Vaughn, the left wing, Jaron Rush casts off a 3. That's off the back rim, rebounded by Ryan Myers, and Myers is fouled by Leighton Cure. That will send Myers to the line for a 1-1 on team foul number 8 by Goodland. That's Cure's third foul. Myers had 14 points in the first quarter. Looked like he was going to put Colby on his back tonight. He's got 20, but you can tell 14 in the first, and he's sitting on 20 in the fourth quarter. That Goodland made it a lot tougher on him the rest of the game. Front end of the 1-1 for Ryan Myers. Snaps the courts. Makes it a 2-possession game again with 37 seconds. But Goodland is in the double bonus the rest of the way. That much harder to get a full stop for Colby defensively. Myers sinks both freebies. 58-53, full court pressure for Colby. Nemechek the inbounder. Nemechek looking, still looking, and Mike Dole bails out Nemechek with a timeout. We'll keep it here with 37 seconds to go. 58-53 Goodland, and if there is a hero tonight for the Cowboys, it is absolutely Matt Nemechek. Goodland is a team that's a 29% three-point shooting team, and Nemechek on the year, 3 of 12. So he's not a guy you put on your scouting report as a three-point threat, but he hit back-to-back triples, the second one giving Goodland a 54-51 lead with 2 minutes left. And that kick started what ended up being a 7-0 run there. Game was tied at 51 after a Hunter Vaughn runner. Again, it was 39-32 Colby, about 3.5 minutes left in the third, when Leighton Cure and Peyton Wallmeyer collided underneath the basket. Cure was on a break. He was called for a travel, but he never stopped. And, you know, you play till you hear a whistle, and sometimes your momentum takes you to the basket. Nothing malicious in it, and I'm not trying to suggest that there was. But the end result was a collision underneath the basket that sent both players sprawling, and Wallmeyer took the worst of it, still limping as he was up trying to rally his teammates on the bench. And you see in his eyes, he's wearing a mask, but you can see in his eyes how disappointed he is he can't be out there limping heavily on that right leg and shin, which appear to take the brunt of the contact. Since then, it's been all Goodland. Inbound to Cure in the backcourt. Cure quickly fouled by Wetter. He'll shoot 2 the other way. That's Jacob Wetter's 4th foul, team foul number 10. Cure tonight, 1 for 1 at the line. On the year, 14 of 24. So 58%. 2 free throws with 35 seconds. First one for Cure on the way, nothing but net. Mayor replaces Hardy for Goodland. They want to get more athletic on the perimeter defensively. Colby's going to have to shoot some threes. Cure's second free throw makes it a 3-possession lead. 60-53 Goodland. Or no, they wave it off? I think they did. They waved it off. It's no good. They ended up waving it off. 59-53, still a 2-possession game. There was a lane violation committed by Goodland. Colby quickly the other way, and Hunter Vaughn is fouled as he tried to come off a screen. And Vaughn will shoot a 1-and-1 with 30 seconds left. That foul on Mayoral, his 3rd, and team foul number 9 on Goodland. So Vaughn a chance to score without the clock running, which is ideal when you're trying to come back in the final seconds. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Hunter Vaughn, nothing but nylon. That makes Vaughn the second double-figure scorer for Colby tonight. He's got 10, with 1 more free throw coming. It's up, it's off the mark. Rebounded by Brumbaugh. He's quickly fouled by Myers with 29 seconds. And at this point, you can't really be choosy about who you foul. You just have to foul. Myers is second. Brumbaugh to shoot 2. Brumbaugh tonight, 3 for 5. Came in an 80% foul shooter on the year. First of the double bonus off the heel. So the best Brumbaugh can do is it will stay a 2-possession game with 29 seconds left. The door is open, only a sliver, but it is open. Second free throw try for Brumbaugh. That one is good. Brumbaugh's got 21 to lead the way for Goodland. 60-54 Cowboys. 25 seconds as Vaughn crosses the divider. Angling left off the screen. Picks up the dribble left corner, Shane Puckett. Puckett back to Vaughn. 18 seconds. Vaughn contested 3. Blocked by Nemechek. Rebound by Linton. He's fouled with 16 seconds, and Linton can just about seal it at the other end. Matt Nemechek. The Colby players will be cursing that name tonight. Maybe not. They might know him and like him. I don't know one way or another, but certainly his impact on the game is what will be cursed tonight by the Colby Eagles. A chance to snap a 5-game losing skid tonight, and looks like the streak will reach half a dozen as Linton coolly knocks down the first free throw. You want to talk about a freshman that in no way looks like a freshman. Cole Linton. Just a ton of composure as an athlete, that young man. He makes 4 threes. He's got 14 points. 62-54. Goodland still pressing. Vaughn quickly into the front court, quick as he can manage. Pulls up for a 3 over Mayoral. It's off the heel. Big bounce on the rebound. Myers has it with 7 seconds. Myers fires a follow-away 3 from the right wing. That's off the back rim. The rebound in Nemechek, of course, he'll dribble it out, and Goodland wins. building. Goodland 62, Colby 54. The losing streak reaches 6 for the Eagles. And now Goodland, after having lost 5 straight to Colby, has won back-to-back games against Colby. Goodland now 7-9, 1-2 in the GWAC. Colby 6-10 and 1-2 in GWAC play. We're back with the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show after this. You've been listening to the Eagles on Radio, 100.3 The Ride.
Hi, this is Kyle Rail with Farm Credit of Western Kansas and Colby. At Farm Credit, we support rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Farm Credit's mission is providing farmers and ranchers with the capital that they need to make their business successful. And because a steady flow of credit means more jobs and economic growth, Farm Credit is helping invest in the vibrancy of your local community. Stop in and see me on Thursdays from 9 to 1 in the GCDC meeting room across the street from the dugout in Grainfield. Or call me at 785-443-4745.
Technology sure has changed since the mid-90s. Even though times have changed and technology has vastly improved,
thank God,
the quality sales and service team at Office Works and Home Furnishings continues to be the best in the Northwest at making your office work. They provide the prompt professional service on site and in their shop. Plus, they got anything your office may need, from desks and printers all the way down to that pin with a chain on it. Call for sales or service at 462-2222 or come see their showroom on South Range in Colby.
The Start Something New sales event is in full swing at Colby Dodge. Why not start off the new year with a new vehicle? You can take advantage of 0% financing up to 60 months on select new Jeep models, plus no payments for 90 days. All the family in style with the new Chrysler Pacifica, and you'll save big with employee pricing plus 0% for 60 months. Visit us in person at exit 53, I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
2468. Who do we appreciate?
Missy, aren't we doing an ad for Farmers and Merchants Bank promoting online banking?
Yes, Janine. I appreciate F&M for all their extras. Drive-through till 5:30, Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays 8 to 11. And the Dillon's location 10 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 10 to 3.
Don't forget online and mobile banking.
We have our roots where other banks have their branches. Stop in or call either Farmers and Merchants Bank location. Member FDIC. Farmers and Merchants Bank. Together, making a difference.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
It is the final from the community building. A hard-fought and unfortunate sweep for the Colby Eagles and Lady Eagles at the hand of the Goodland Cowboys tonight. Final score, 62-54 in the boys' game, as the Colby Eagle boys lose for the 6th consecutive game. Their record falls to 6-10 and 1-2 in GWAC play. Goodland goes to 7-9 and 1-2 in the GWAC. Welcome into the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show. I'm Dan Lucero. This was a game that Colby came out firing. Ryan Myers, in particular, came out firing. He had 14 of his team's first 16 points. Colby led 16-9 after one. They built a double-digit lead in the second quarter and led by 10 at the half, 33-23. A quick 6-0 run for Colby made it 39-26 midway through the third. They were up 39-32 when Peyton Wallmeyer went out with an injury. That was in the middle of what became for Goodland a 10-0 run. Goodland would take their first lead of 45-43, and they would pull ahead with a 7-0 run late, breaking a 51-51 tie, and they put it away at the foul line, 62-54 the final. We're joined now courtside by Parker McKee, the head coach of the Colby Eagles. And Parker, obviously that game changed a great deal when Peyton Wallmeyer left the game with an injury. Update us as you can on how he's feeling and what in particular couldn't you do as successfully without him on the floor there down the stretch?
Well, it really started with about 2 minutes into the third quarter that we really got past it again. And, consequently our aggression on the offensive end in the third quarter got a little loose. We just were content with reversing the ball. And that makes it easier for Goodland to, then come out and pressure us. And so, Peyton going out really obviously hurt us, because he's such a good player. His presence on the floor is, well needed. And, but I think the difference was that first 2 or 3 minutes, and then Peyton still was just kind of, what it was.
Defensively, he went to his own there late in the game. Was that a strategic decision that would you have made the same call if Wallmeyer had been on the floor, or did his absence there defensively maybe change the way you had to guard them down the stretch in the game?
Yeah, they got some athletic posts, and Peyton out on the floor, he can sometimes, even if he gets caught behind, he can still at least challenge. And then on top of that, we're a better rebounding team at that point. And so a lot of it was trying to disrupt the rhythm. I don't care who you are, if you've got a wide open shot, nobody's standing within 15 foot of you, you got no pressure on you to shoot it. And, our kids failed to come out a couple of different times, and Nemechek, I think, hit back-to-back threes, and, that's just, it is what it is.
You got Hayes coming up next, so the road isn't getting any easier for you. But do you think that your guys are still able to see, like you said, things got a little passive offensively, but the way you clicked on offense in the first half, or the way that it worked on offense there, those first couple possessions when Ian Rosales was on the floor, when he got free and he made a couple of big buckets for you, do you think your guys have a good enough grasp of what works that they are just a little bit away from making that work for them for 32 minutes?
I think that we understand where we can have success, and when we play to just reverse the basketball instead of playing with a sense of urgency on offense, no matter what we run, if we run our continuity offense or if we run a quick hitter, whatever you do at that point, if you have no sense of urgency, then you're not going to be effective, and that's where we were in the second half.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Yep.
That's Park McKee, head coach of the Colby Eagles. Again, they fall tonight 62-54 to the Goodland Cowboys. We're going to take one final 2-minute break. We'll come back, give you the final numbers, name our Colby Dodge Ram Tough Player of the Game, and wrap things up from the community building tonight. You're listening to the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
With High Plains Co-op, it's great to know that the more things change, the more things stay the same. High Plains Co-op with locations in Buxie, Dresden, Rainfield, Gem, Halford, Park, Selden, and in Levant. They're here to give you the service you deserve. High Plains Co-op is available for your grain, fuel, and feed needs. Check out their website at highplainscoop.com for up-to-date markets. Standing with you is High Plains Co-op.
Understands what you're going through. Time loss, Bowman's here for you to honor the lives of those dear to you. Northwest Kansas turns to bomb mortuary. Bomb mortuary. Sometimes the load's too much to carry. When it's time, call on Bowman's.
Pain can affect everyone. It pays no attention to age, body type, or gender. This is Dr. Kristen Parker with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. We treat patients of all ages from infants to the elderly using tried and true traditional techniques and our constantly updated advanced technology. I see pregnancy patients on a regular basis as well, with safe treatments that often bring much needed comfort. Effective, comfortable, and professional care for all at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic Clinic. Learn more at nwkchiro.com.
Start the new year off right and take advantage of the red-hot buys at your local Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Save big now on storage totes, shelving, and tools. Plus, Hoover's is the place to shop for all of your winter season needs, including ice melt, snow shovels, and snow blowers, space heaters, insulation, the list goes on and on. Remember, they're also your local Benjamin Moore paint retailer. Make 2021 the best year yet with the help of Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby. Open every day but Sunday.
You're listening to Colby Eagles basketball.
Again, the finals tonight in the boys' game. Goodland is 62, Colby 54. As we continue on the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show, Dan Lucero with you. Bring you the final individual numbers. Goodland tonight with 3 double-figure scorers. Brendan Brumbaugh with 21 points to lead the way for the Cowboys. It was 14 points for Cole Linton and 11 points for Leighton Cure. After that, it was 6 apiece for Devontae Hardy and Matt Nemechek, and those 6 from Nemechek were big. They were back-to-back threes that gave Goodland the lead. The second one gave the Cowboys the lead for good. Kicked off a 7-0 run with 2 minutes to play. Also, 2 points apiece for Manny Gonzalez and Aniel Mayoral. Playing and not scoring tonight for Goodland were Bachmo, Esteban Ordonez, and Trevor Days. Colby tonight had 2 double-figure scores. Ryan Myers led the way with 22 points. It was 10 points for Hunter Vaughn. 8 apiece for Jacob Wetter and Peyton Wallmeyer. Wallmeyer leaving late in the third due to injury. No update on that. Hopefully he'll be good to go Friday when Colby is back in action here at the community building against Hayes. It was 4 points off the bench for Ian Rosales, new season high for him. Wetter's 8 points, I should mention, tied a season high. And 2 points for Jaron Rush. Shane Puckett, the only Eagle to play and not get into the score sheet. Tonight's Colby Dodge Ram Tough Player of the Game. we're going to go a bit of a different way with this one. We're going to have Ian Rosales out here because of the lift that he gave Colby off the bench. Goodland obviously had gone on a run. They were on that 10-0 run, and Wallmeyer was on the bench with that injury and ended up not returning to the game. But Rosales made a layup late in the third to push the Colby lead back to 5, and then after Goodland tied it at 41, Rosales put Colby back in front at 43-43. Colby led 49-48 after a Jacob Letter free throw. Then Nemechek hit the first of his back-to-back threes. Colby tied it at 51 on a Hunter Vaughn bucket, but then it was Nemechek again, maker of just 3 3-pointers all season. He makes back-to-back threes in that spot to help Goodland win the game. Sometimes that's the way it goes as Colby falls tonight. But Ian Rosales, for that lift off the bench he gave the Eagles tonight, is going to be our Colby Dodge Ram Tough player of the game. So it is 6 losses on the bounce now for the Colby Eagle boys, and the schedule certainly has a ton to do with that, and probably the most to do with that, but they will rue this one. This one and the overtime loss to Goodland at the Max Jones Fieldhouse, games that Colby will feel, and I think rightly, that they should not have lost. Certainly the injury creates a big what-if tonight for the Eagles, but tough to swallow, certainly losing 2 out of 3 to your biggest rival during the season. And the 6-game losing streak is, frankly, you would not put money on it to end the next time out for the Eagles, as their next opponent is the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A, the Hayes Indians, who already have a win over Colby here at the Community Building this year. In the championship game of the Orange and Black Classic, Hayes defeated Colby 56-47 back on January 23rd, and those two teams will meet each other on Friday night, part of a boys and girls doubleheader. The Colby girls will also be in action against Hayes. The girls' game will tip off at 6-ish. The boys at 7:30-ish. We'll be on the air 20 minutes prior to the start of the girls' game, around 5:45, give or take a few minutes. We hope you'll join us for that here on 100.3 The Ride. One more time, your final scores tonight. A couple of tough ones for the Eagles and Lady Eagles. In the girls' game was Goodland 48, Colby 46. In the boys' contest, Goodland 62 and Colby 54. Goodland girls are 14-2 and a perfect 3-0 in the GWAC. Goodland boys are 7-9 and 1-2 in the league. Colby girls are 8-8, 1-2 in the GWAC. Colby boys 6-10 and 1-2 in GWAC play. I'm Dan Lucero. It was a pleasure and a privilege bringing you these ball games tonight. 2 Super Bowl games. Hope you enjoyed listening as much as I enjoyed describing them for you. I hope that we can bring you some better results next Friday night moving forward the rest of the regular season. But until then, until Friday night here at the Community Building, good night. And thanks once again for listening to the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles on Radio are brought to you by American Implement, Ballman Mortuary, Colby Ag Center, Cornerstone Ag, Colby Dodge, Darrell Henry of Edward Jones, the Colby Free Press, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, Funk Optometry, Farmers and Merchants Bank, High Plains Co-op, Hoover Lumber, McDonald's of Colby, McKee Inc., Next Tech Wireless, Office Works and Home Furnishings, Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, People's State Bank, Pizza Hut of Colby, Northwest Kansas Decorating, Roofmasters, Strut Insurance Services, Taco John's of Colby, and Western State Bank. You've been listening to the Eagles on the Radio on 100.3 The Ride. Bob Shop Saturday with Paul Heskin. Saturdays from 9 to noon on 100.3